Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What up, gang? We're back. It's React and Draw.
Where's
What's good, man? Hey, you got a doom and gloom thumbnail.
I mean, it's a doom and gloom, like, I don't know. New cycle.
Situation. It's true. And you ain't afraid of the truth. You're
Nah.
like one of these truth telling like it is kind of
Gotta tell them like it
brothers.
is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sugarcoat the truth. Like the mainstream, like the lamestream media. Gotta tell it like it is.
Hey, listen, if it was Blade wouldn't want me to sugarcoat it, you know. What was the line he
100%.
said? I forgot.
Or Blade from Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
He said life isn't a sugar coated topping or something, and
Yeah.
there's a world
Well,
underneath
yeah,
this
beneath.
world or something. There's
Right.
other world. He says her life is or is it her, the woman he's talking to? He said her life is a sugar coated topping. There is another world beneath it. So like,
Right.
there is another world beneath it.
That was
The
Blade.
vampires and
That was one, right? Blade one.
yeah, and that's the world that he roamed, and that's the world we roam.
Yeah.
Underground vampires of the comic book industry, trying to permanently have it fried so that it can never return to greatness.
Right.
But we're on the case. We're like Blade, okay? We're popping in. We're gonna solve this problem on this stream.
Oh, we problem
So
solvers now too.
yes, we're also problem solvers as well. We're not here to just talk about the problem. We're here to solve the problem.
Right.
People might not like the solution,
Hey.
but at least we're offering some solutions.
True. Now hold on. I'm trying to give me a moment as I try to alert our dear friends at Twitter or X or whatever this platform is called.
I know that. Well, how's your day been?
It's been okay, I guess.
Yeah, what you been up to?
Trying to adapt my art style a little more as usual and
Have you seen Sakamoto Days?
crap. I didn't see the last episode.
But you did see at least the first episode.
Yeah, I saw the first episode.
What did you think?
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was
It was
good.
weird.
It was weird. It was like they said that there was like some thread saying the animation wasn't good or something on Twitter. Was that engagement bait? Because it was good. Can't even tell nowadays what people's real opinions are. Like they'll say something, they'll show a scene, and then it's like it's cool, but then they'll say it's not cool. It's the people say, "What do you mean?" Just so they can get, I don't know, engagement bucks.
Right.
But it was fine.
I don't actually understand, like, because like you said, it's like, are they posting to that because that's what they actually think, or are they posting so that they can get some Elon bucks? Like, I'm not
Yeah,
entirely sure. Like, I because I don't post purposeful clickbait unless it's like a pure joke, like, like just
right.
like I'm just really,
It's so absurd that everyone in the room is
would
gonna
know
know
it's
that
a
this is
joke. Yeah.
correct.
But I don't know. It's like
It's like when
that's
people post a picture of whatever Sydney Sweeney and say, "Oh yeah, a beautiful
she
mid on my own," and it's like,
mid,
really,
and
that's
I'm like,
mid.
all right, shut up, B. Like we're doing too much right now.
Yes, you're so Chad that she's mid. I get it. Blah blah blah. Engagement bucks. Send it right through to your, I don't know, bank account.
Oh, we got somebody in chat. Tessa Hess says, "Love your art." And said, "Love your art, love your channel." Thank you.
Very cool.
We try here and hold on. I am looking for where are my eyes? Oh, they're on the.
In your head.
Oh yeah, I would hope so, right? No, my glasses. I see them over yonder. Let me. Where's my B
It's
right book?
fine. Well, thanks for stopping by because Sean is about to give you a solution to give us all the solution on how to save the comic book industry. He promised me before the stream started. I don't know if there's a lot of undue burden right now. I'm giving a lot of pressure right now. But that's what he told me.
All right.
Anyway, so that's what he's been up to. I saw Sakamoto Days. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
I will say that the psychic angle of the other Hitman,
Mm-hmm.
I found it like it's like a little too similar to like the Spy Family thing with like
Oh
Anya,
yeah, yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, is this like a thing they're doing in case the grounded thing, I don't know, narrative of hitmen gets boring or something? Like they have to put a psychic in there, like
Maybe.
kind of. I don't know about that part. It was fine, and then I'm catching up on Solo Leveling,
Oh man, I haven't
which is
caught that.
really good.
I haven't
I
caught that
mean,
at all, bro.
really good.
Oh,
I
I'm missing
mean,
out.
the
I'm missing
animation
out.
team is ridiculous.
Hmm.
It was like, bro, it was ridiculous,
All right, so
ridiculously awesome.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to I'm gonna have to catch up on that because I'm messing out. Hold on. Get that up out
Ah.
of there.
But anyway, oh, you
Sorry.
looking up here?
Yeah, I had like mad stuff going on. Okay. All right. I'll probably do a little sketching as well. But yeah, so I don't know if you want to get right into it or wait till some more people show up, but let's actually while we're waiting, today was kind of crazy. Cause
Well, what was crazy, Sean?
we had Ninja Gaiden 2 get a remake, which is kind of funny because
Yes,
I'm like I was like I don't know. I know we get these remasters like every once in a while, but I'm kind of used to like these grounded games. Well, I mean, okay, Resident Evil 4 is not grounded, but you know what I mean.
I do
Things
know
that
what you
could
mean.
push the graphical fidelity in a noticeable way. Like I usually don't see a hack and slash um get a remake like that, but it did, and I'm happy because I kind of miss hack and slash. That was like my bread and butter of gaming. I mean, like I'll have a reaction video coming up to it because I reacted to the videos, but like we've been having a lot of these like Souls like games, predicted, oh not predictable, but like these calculated tactical, you know, combat scenarios like guy moves here, sharp, slow, like I get it, like it's cool, I like it, but like realistically though, I kind of want like a dude to charge at me and I have a split second to react because I don't know, I like adrenaline or something. That's my own hang up. I don't know. So that's
Right,
getting a
especially
remake.
like you want to like after a hard day's work, you want to kind of just feel like you're cool instead of get
Yes.
some hit some enemies once in a while, instead of fearing for every step you make in a video game, like living in permanent fear.
No, exactly. I mean, it is not to say because Ninja Gaiden is really freaking difficult, but like I know I'm gonna take some enemies off the screen with me at least. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
playing a Dark Souls game, like Dan says, you go around the corner, it's it. It's over for you. Because a dude that was 8 feet tall just like was hiding in the clutch, decided
Oh
to
yeah.
take your life in one swipe. It's ridiculous. Hold on, I'm trying to get some reference. So yeah, that is coming out, and then they announced Ninja Gaiden 4, and I was like, oh, so are we back to doing like character action games? Because I like that. I think they should do more again. Like, what was the last? Don't tell me Devil May Cry 5 was the last. That was a long time ago. That was like 3 years. I feel like that was at the beginning of the pandemic. I might be wrong on that. I don't know. I'll have to
Maybe.
go back. I'll have to go back and check. Uh, can I get a? Here we go. You Hayabusa. Get my reference up on the screen. I'm gonna try to sketch him out. Why does he have a difficult mask? All right, here we go. Come on, agree with me. Anyway. All right, so I guess getting right into it. We had a tweet from Kneon of Clownfish TV, and
Correct.
he had a tweet. When was this tweet? I feel like it was like 2 days ago or so.
Scroll up. Scroll down, I guess.
Oh yeah, January
22nd.
22nd. Yesterday. Excuse me, that was yesterday. I don't know.
Right. Top YouTuber
Yeah.
Neon from Clownfish TV. and I believe he owns a comic shop himself. I don't know this. I think I was told this, but I can't be sure.
I
But he,
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
do you know if he does or no?
I'm trying to remember because I didn't hear his last video.
Yeah, maybe. But anyway,
Mhm.
it says. But anyway, he covers, everyone knows this guy. Everyone knows Clownfish TV. We reacted to Clownfish TV, and he said that he's been longtime booster of American comic books. Trying to revitalize the whatever shortcomings or failings of the comic book industry or any entertainment industry in America.
Right.
But this tweet here was a bit dire, a bit a bit extra dire, and it
Mm,
got our attention, and it certainly got Sean's attention
right.
because he brought it to my attention.
I saw it and I identified with it and I put a like on it and I didn't know how to respond. I was gonna type something. I was going to type something, and I was like, maybe this is not my place. And I only say that because what he's talking about here is like, I don't know, involves my art style. So anyway, let's read the tweet here. It says, "Oh boy, the sad truth is that American comic industry is geriatric." Good grief! Like the first sentence is just
Yeah, yeah. Imagine you put a like on this tweet too, so it's like yes, I like that. it's a,
That's why I couldn't
it's a,
comment because I'm like, okay, I can comment on this, but then like,
it's like I'm not saying that. I mean, the tweet is informative. That's why you put a like on it. But I always think it's funny when it's like a bad news tweet
mm,
for anything, and then we all like say, "Oh, I'm glad you you
reported,
informed me. That's why I gave you the like,
yes,
or I respect the opinion, so I give you the like."
mm,
But does that do you always feel, do you feel a little weird? Like it's like does it seem like
yes,
I like that it's geriatric?
yes. It's like if
Like
somebody's reporting on like, oh, like 10 people got like, I don't know, run over by a truck or something, and then you like, I'm
yes.
supposed to put a
Oh,
like on this.
that was in my neighborhood. Thank you for informing me. I like this.
Like I was like, but I don't like that people got hit by a truck. Like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Only hearts can express your love for this tweet. Like love, I don't love it. No, you love it. You love trucks mopping people up like a Looney Tunes cartoon. You love that in real life. Like, I
yeah,
don't love that.
yeah. So it was
Anyway, the sad truth is that the American comic industry is geriatric. Yeah, old,
oh,
and the creators. Keep going. I don't know. You can
yeah,
continue.
the creators, the owners, excuse me, the creators, the store owners, the readers. Almost all of them are older. There is no next generation. They fled to manga and video games. Now it's just about managing the decline, like the Rust Belt.
And then he has a GIF of some old timer, cowboy hat, ready to be put out to pasture like Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven. One last hurrah.
All right. So hold that thought. Before I get into that, I'm gonna just answer Tessa's question. It says, "What are your thoughts on the Blood of the Dawn Walker trailer?" I thought it was cool. I liked it, and so I haven't played The Witcher 3. I know it's from the producers of The Witcher 3. The only thing CD Projekt Red I played is Cyberpunk, which I like. I still
Mhm.
have it installed on my system, but yeah, the game looks. I mean, I kind of want to see more combat, and I know they're gonna deliver that in the summer. But I thought it was cool. So hopefully video games. Like I said at the beginning, hopefully video games are on the rise. We can't take any more Concords. Yeah, AAA gaming cannot sustain on that. It's my 2 cents on that. Now back to this tweet, right? Like I don't even. It's funny now that I'm up here like on video. I don't even know what to say because I agree with everything that he said.
I mean, it's factual or it has facts in it. Like it's, I mean, they are older. Like let's take it from the top. I mean, they're saying that the creators, the store owners, the readers, almost all of them are older. And I would say that the comic book industry, as it stands today, they do cater to an older audience. Like they do cater to people who are familiar with an older art style. Like the style, I don't know. I feel like it hasn't really moved that much in terms of I'm talking about art purely.
Yes,
Writing we'll get to, but in terms of art, it seems that there hasn't been much moving in the needle since like I don't know 2010s.
correct.
It seems like we're in a stuck. I don't know. We're stuck. We're like in one. It's like we're in one gear, the
You're right.
same gear. Like even the promotion of these comic books, like I don't sense like an excitement factor of like the hot new artist is here and the readers want to go follow him, or even the writer as much.
Yeah.
But certainly they'll promote the writer over the artist. Like the artist is just regarded as some dude ready to just I don't know make something that's technically a comic book to get the IP out.
Yes.
And most comic book YouTubers are people who are collectors. And when they talk about the new comics coming out on comic book day, they just talk about like how much it's gonna make, how much it's gonna be in the future or something, or when a movie comes out, or and they talk about like the comic is good, but they don't mention the creative team. It's almost like they're over it. Like they don't have the spirit of a young person who's excited, who's experiencing art and story for the first time. It's almost like, yeah, this came out. I put it in a slab, and it'll be worth something, maybe potentially in 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how the market shares happen. And I carry the one and put it in my PowerPoint presentation.
Now,
It's an older generation for sure. That part is true. I think
yes.
you know. And then they say there is no next generation. Well, I guess there is no next generation for the market that they're catering to right now. Per, you know, technically, maybe. What do you think about that?
Okay, so all right. Y'all got to give me a second because I'm trying to like talk about this topic in an informed way.
Yes. Well, am I talking about it in an informed
You're
way?
talking
Like,
about this in a very informed way, but you have to understand that like I am like 50% immature. And this is funny because it says the thing says geriatric, older. I am included in older, okay? My birthday
yes.
is
We'll
in
tell you
like
what.
3 weeks.
For 3 weeks,
I'm not
give or
gonna,
take.
yeah, okay. Y'all hear me talk about 80s and 90s? That should give you all the information you need to know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the 80s, bro.
You'd be like, what? You a dinosaur? Yes. I'm a
Yes.
velociraptor, a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a Stegosaurus, a Brontosaurus, okay?
Yes.
I came from a land far away.
Far away. It does not exist anymore. Okay.
Yes, except Dan and I's brain ages like, I don't know, like the dudes that are making Ninja Gaiden 4, okay? I'm pretty sure like oh, like there's
Yes.
somebody in there who's like 60 and he's just like, "Yo, we got to create the new character, B."
Right. I'm still on that trajectory. That's the trajectory I think that people should be on. Like, be cool, be fun, be engaging, whatever the art style's got to be to get the maximum amount of people involved
Yeah.
is to the benefit of any kind of industry. I mean, like, this is just common sense that I believe in, but it's like the comic book industry is running on some other kind of logic,
Mhm.
non logic, where it's like, let's keep the same audience that we have from 15 years ago and hold on to them like grim death and just like not expand beyond that, not even try. We'll
Right.
just accept that we're like the alternative to manga. Like if you're done going to McDonald's or I don't know. I can't imagine like if you can't if it's like or better yet pizza, right? If you can't get to Papa John's, if you can't get to your pizza restaurant, if you can't get to your I don't know, any one of these they'll be there. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They'll be like the $1.50 pizza in the Bronx that'll be like available once you've exhausted all your options. And this is
Right.
where they're at right now. That's not good. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
Now,
it's a good place to be. We got some more people in the chat, by the way. Thank you for stopping by.
yes,
Power
thank
is
you.
here.
We got Power. Say with the thumbs up. What's up, bro? Breen is here. Says indie. Yes to the title. Indie is the wave. Said in my opinion, Western artists can make all the manga they want. Just for the love of God, make it left to right.
That's what I'm saying.
Like we gonna touch on that. We gonna touch on that.
Yeah. Well, let me get to the other part of the tweet and then.
Okay, hold on. Let me pull it back up. Hold on.
Yeah, so people were entering the chat. This is the tweet that we're talking about. This is Kneon from Clownfish TV, and he has declared that the comic book industry is geriatric. There is no next generation. They fled to manga and video games. Now it's just about managing the decline like the Rust Belt. It's kind of dire, man. It's not very hopeful. But it is interesting.
It
I mean,
is.
and it's and it's funny because it's like you would think there's been like a bunch of YouTubers who haven't liked the direction that comic books and in general entertainment has been going in. And they've been fighting the fight for like almost a decade.
Right.
And it seems like, I don't know, the mainstream didn't take the hint, I guess, according to him, and he just like declared it's finished, bro.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. You know, chart, fuel up the helicopter, we're leaving. It's like one of these countries like Vietnam, they went in there,
Mm.
tried to free it up, didn't work. Now they're gassing up the helicopter. They're bouncing. People are hanging on to the bottom of the copter and stuff, and the winds are crazy, and they get flung into like a tree or some bamboo brush. So they say they fled to manga and video games. I mean, where else they're gonna go? I mean, there was reasons for this, which I'm sure we'll get into. And managing in decline. Well, I guess that's what they're doing right
Yeah,
now, like the
managing
rest.
the.
Now it's funny if you click into the comments on this, they're
Yes.
very interesting as well.
Hold on. Let me see if I could get there. Let's see where we're going. Oh, Neon has more to say. Says, I think that Marvel and DC are just starting to figure out their actual audience and adjusting accordingly. But it's about the quality. It's about quality of life at this point. And they starting to figure it out because I don't know, Marvel Rivals like is beating up the game industry and Marvel at the same time. Ridiculous. Like that doesn't mean we can't have a few last hurrahs though, right? Man. Oh man.
Damn, you make it sound like
Ah
American comic book industry is like a hospice or something. Like it's like end of life care,
yeah.
or like some, I don't know, you just sitting in the chair and some, I don't know, some Jamaican woman has got you hooked up to an IV and
You need some food? I'm gonna bring the
yeah,
food. And then
right. Well, you're all bugged out watching reruns of Matlock and 21 Jump Street on Comet TV or something on the digital antenna, and you're just waiting for it all to end, bro. Like that's not cool, bro. Like, and I
ah
like 21 Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? I was watching that the other day. You know what I'm saying? Richard Grieco and them,
yeah.
Johnny Depp. But like, look, I ain't trying to go out like this.
It's something.
I'm trying.
They about to put us to bed.
They probably put
yeah,
it for the
yeah,
final night.
they about ready to go night night.
You ready to go night?
Yeah.
Permanent sleep, bro.
It's over.
They about to Kevorkian you up. No hope, bro.
There's seppuku out here. Like what?
Facts.
This
Wait a minute. Let me try and like change my art style. I'll draw my eyes round it or something. Nah, bro, it's over. Forget it.
pack it up.
Pack it up. The
Pack
mission's
it
over.
up. So it's not even funny, but it is. Like
His name's not Peter Parker anymore. His name is Ryu Parker or something like that. Nah, bro. It's over, bro. It's too late.
Peter
That's
Hype.
it. Last hurrahs. Get him in while you can.
Guys, we got a new ninja. It's a spider ninja. Ninja spider.
Nah,
It's Peter Hayabusa.
yeah, Peter Hayabusa.
Like, yo, pack it up, B. You had
No,
your chance. Pack
it's
it up.
over. It's over. That's it. It's a wrap. Oh man.
I say this as I'm sketching Ryu Hayabusa. This whole I just want to let y'all know, by the way, that this whole discussion is going to be uncomfortable.
Yes, it's going to be very uncomfortable for you and me.
And me. Like it's just it's not ain't no good times going on right here. So if you want to watch a train wreck, by the way, if you like this train wreck of a conversation, feel free to give us a like. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, give us a like.
And on another disclaimer, I as well as Dan, but I can't speak for him. I might be the villain here.
Maybe.
I might be the villain because that's what I'm drawing.
Yes, it's like he betrayed America because he didn't draw like I don't know some dude that Joe Quesada hired to draw in 2003. Like he's actually the guy that I don't know looked to the other side of the Barnes and Noble shelf and took inspiration from. So, but we are Americans. You are American, Sean.
I am an American. Mm-hmm. I am a citizen of the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? And I decided at the age of, which I'll do a video by the way if y'all want to know about my artistic journey in life. At the age of 14, I decided I was done. Even though I still had some, there's two Sean's. All right, I'm gonna let you know right now. There's mad excuses right now.
Two Sean.
There's two Sean. There's Sean, the art appreciator.
Right.
And I was still like Jim Lee. I mean, regardless of his direction and company direction, that's a whole nother question. Jim Lee is amazing. Like I have Hush. It's the most ridiculous thing to look at. Like I think it should be in a museum. Okay.
For sure.
But then there's Sean the artist. Sean the art appreciator and Sean the artist. Sean the artist looks at Jim Lee. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm emulating that no more, bro. I don't think that's pushing the needle as much. Now, it will push a needle within the comic book, the confines of the American comic book industry. I will say that. I'm not going to take that away because there is still money to be made. I saw somebody mention, about indie comics here.
For sure.
There is money to be made in the indie comic industry for sure. The problem comes within this tweet that after this indie explosion of our age gap and up, after we are gone, it's done. That's the conversation.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
like it's done.
I feel like that's the point I should have made near the end of this live, instead of now.
But only if it continues in this direction, then it's done.
Yes.
Like if there was like a radical restructuring of, or there was like to the approach of what American comics are, like if they're on this trajectory, then yes, it's going to end. You know what I'm saying? Like rap would have ended if people still were rapping like they were in the 1980s.
Yes.
Hip hop, you don't stop. You rock it to the bank. Hoorah!
This is true.
Saying them lines. Like, I mean, back in 1983, if a rapper was on stage and they said, throw your hands in the air and wave it like you just don't care. And if you got clean underwear, everybody say, hell yeah. Everyone would win hell yeah. In unison, top 10 on the charts, everything, bro. You try that stuff in 2025.
No.
And somebody scream. They're going to laugh in your face and be like, what?
And they're like, what is this? Get these old men off the stage.
Yeah, the grandpa, like, is this one of these body switch movies like Freaky Friday, and like an old rapper jumped into a young rapper's body or something like that? Like
No.
it wouldn't pop, you know. Like you have to, but it's still a rap song. We're still rapping. Take
Yeah.
the victory on that, but you gotta at least be in touch with what younger people are into, so you can at least have hybrid or just keep in touch with what kids are doing, like so you can keep the profession alive within America.
Yes.
You know,
So,
because my fear is that this American comic books in this country is just going to be another outsourced import whatever situation
mm-hmm.
in which we don't domestically or make comics on a scale to influence culture anymore.
Right.
And it's just, you know, we get our stuff from Asia and that's it.
I mean,
meanwhile, there's like a host of people in America, artists who draw like in these styles who are not, you know, they look into the next generation, look at the generations that they lost and think they can get them back,
mm-hmm.
but Marvel won't hire them. I've seen fan art for Marvel Rivals that's better than like every comic cover in Marvel, and they're drawing it for free to get likes. You know what I mean? And they're paying people. I don't know what they're paying them Marvel, but even if it's like $5, it's more than what a person is drawing for free on the internet.
The fan artists for Marvel Rivals are getting more likes than Marvel's actual Twitter page. I'm
Yes.
talking about you go on Marvel's Twitter page and they're getting like 3,000 likes for a new comic book that's coming out. You go on the fan art, 34K likes, like I be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
So
now
there's new talent. There's like there's new talent. They're American. They're ready to be hired. They're getting the likes on Twitter. There's a metric there that they could prove, like a resume or something. They're getting results. They could draw. They can, you know, whatever. Like, you know what I mean?
yes.
But I don't know. There seems to be like, nah, America, pack it up, bro. America's finished, bro. That's it. Like,
No, we can't do nothing. I'm like, what do you talk? Look.
I think the patriotic thing now is to like give up or something, you know, like and not evolve, like just give up. And I'm like, no, we'll do anything to win the case. Like, you know, like we'll you know, like we don't have to give up.
Americans are having trouble, and when I say this, I'm mostly talking about Marvel and DC, by the way. To be clear.
Sure.
So you telling me the big two, they couldn't scrounge up like an artist or people to redesign something to make it cool. It took a developer from a communist nation right now
Yeah.
to go and hire that I know of so far, the three artists from Marvel Rifles, an American, a dude from the Philippines, and I believe an African that's living on Australia. I'm going to have to double check that one. They found those artists. So you telling me like Marvel and DC couldn't find these people? Like y'all couldn't hit them up
Right.
for comic work? Like I've
Right.
been following two of these artists for years. Anyway, I'm kind of good. I'm sorry about it. Let me.
And the Marvel rival style isn't like exactly like manga anime.
It's not, but it is very aesthetically pleasing.
Yes. So, and if they can hire you know, like, you know what I'm saying? They hired people, they found them.
Yeah.
And Marvel is no shame to outsource anybody either, by the way. But now they can't even get some guy from California to draw, like, or design their characters. Out of all the art students in the country, I find it hard
Now,
to
did he do
believe that
one with
none of
like
them can make an art style that could appeal to the youth. I just don't believe it.
maybe I'm
Especially when I
underestimating.
see it on Twitter every day.
Right.
Like you should see Sean's bookmark list of the artists that he finds.
It's
It's like the
ridiculous.
inspiration.
If
I mean,
if I could carefully go through some of the bookmark lists,
like you put like the whatever the cover screen or something, and then you can scroll for a few examples if you could find them.
I only say that because I also be saving like news articles and they be crazy.
Yeah, some person screaming about,
You know, yeah,
cursing up a storm because of the economy or something. He's dropping like 40 F bombs and stuff.
right.
It's understandable. I'm with you. But I'm not trying to get, jacked up by the algo right now.
Who's this person? Commissions
Because
open.
some dude is upset about the gas prices. Uh
I think some of these people are comic artists, but give me a second. This is one of the Marvel artists right here. I mean, the Marvel Rivals artists. Excuse me. Um, I'll get to y'all comments in a second. Sorry about that.
yeah.
My man Pyru Daily over here. I've been following this man for years. Years. Maybe I'm ignorant. I might be stupid here. Where's this? Was he hit up for comic book pages? Because if he wasn't, I don't understand why. This man has worked. He's working on the arcane fighting game. I forgot what it's called. Oh yeah, 2XKO. He worked on Marvel Rivals. He worked on a whole series of video games. Like you could use this man to help reinvigorate American comics.
Yeah.
And
Even if he like did like, hey man, they do like extreme stuff. They'd be like back in the day, um Jim Shooter in the early 80s and the late 70s, they had like a house style. He had like a style guides for people to follow.
mm-hmm.
What if they just had this guy do the style guides for for the entire Marvel universe or something? Said this is the new outfit.
Yeah,
You kind of want to get your art styles in this general sense or something like that. I mean, that's like extreme, but I'm saying like it's an idea.
this person right
Like,
here. This is a young artist I see all the time. Um, this dude's art is freaking cool. Put him on a comic book page, B.
yeah.
Put him on a comic book page. Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't. I don't just.
And they got
I
to
got like
know
a
like the
million
type of
examples
art
here.
style that appeals to the market, right? Like of who they're trying to, the demo that they're trying to reach. They have to find the art style for the demo they're trying to reach. The style that like the people who buy comics.
Yes.
They want action. These are action based titles.
But this artist mainly does like '90s anime style, which I don't excel in, but I like it because it's pretty cool. Like this artist right here.
Yeah, these looks.
Hey, guess what? Marvel DC put him on a comic page, B.
Yeah, give them a shot. Give them a call. Did they give them a call and they just said no? I want to know the inside dope if that
Hold on,
happened,
let me
but
go to
I
this
have a
page.
feeling
Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging. Let me
I
see.
have a feeling that it did not happen.
What has he worked on? David Liu, art director, 2D animator, indie game dev. Oh man,
Okay. Maybe if
Capcom
he's the art
creator.
director, maybe he could be the art director for Marvel. I don't know.
Capcom creator. It might also be a thing, which
Even if it's not the people like this, maybe they have a brother or something that needs work, a talented brother or a cousin. A referral? Can I get a referral from one of these people?
uh,
I don't know. Did we get to the chat? Let me get to the chat.
yeah. Let's scroll back up. Um, let's go. I'm gonna read down. I said, where we go? We back faster than a Paul relationship. Hold on, let me put the iPad on at least. Um, said, damn, y'all old like that. Brina, you don't know how old? Oh, I guess we never really like said it out loud. Our mod doesn't know how old we are, yo. Crux Smash is here. What's up? Says pre-internet times were like living on a different planet compared to now.
It's
Yeah,
true. I
yeah.
miss it too. I mean, in some weird way. I mean, look, we can get anything we want. You can watch any TV show
Mm-hmm.
or, anything you want at an instant. You don't need money. You just go on free apps and just watch every TV show ever made
Yeah,
on Tubi or anything like that. So, and back then it was just like you just show on TV, you watch what they give you.
yeah.
But it also meant that there was a higher bar for what they give you
That's true.
because it was like cutthroat and they had a big budget to make things.
Right,
But I don't know. I guess it's plus and minuses for everything.
right.
Uh, yeah. Brina says there's some Gen Zers that look both older than both of you, got that Ozempic face.
There's an Ozempic face. It's kind of
Yeah,
frightening.
they say like their cheeks get sunken in, and I don't know,
Ooh, it's kind of frightening.
and it freezes up.
Um, Let me see.
Croak
Power
Smash
said,
says he's not wrong. And
"Oh, for
Power says, I mean, he is. Is he wrong? Look at Diamond right now. Kneon has spoken. It's true. Diamond collapsed. That was the big story.
yep."
And this is what prompted his tweet. Diamond distributors, the monopoly on the comic book industry,
Hmm.
they ship everything for the major studios. I mean, the major comic book companies, except for DC, who decided to go with another distributor called Lunar because they saw the writing on the wall during COVID that they weren't able to handle the
Yeah.
distro, and they still wanted to make money, even though Diamond was like, we're not shipping or whatever, we're having issues.
Hmm.
And that was the first time they ever like rebelled against Diamond's monopoly. And now Diamond has collapsed, so everyone else was on board with them has collapsed, and now they got to deal with something else as they restructure out of their bankruptcy. Now, to be honest, to be sure, I mean, to be keep it real, I don't know how bad the bankruptcy is. I'm hearing that it's bad,
Yeah, I
and
don't
it will
know.
affect the comic shops. And the comic book shops have like dwindled
Right.
in number over the years, and a lot of them didn't make it through the lockdowns, so they don't need any more problems. And also, I guess what we were focused on before was just like I guess the quality of the books themselves.
Hmm.
So it's almost like the burgers are bad, and there's no trucks to ship the burgers to the store. Like,
Right.
you know, if you had to pick a problem, I guess I would pick the problem of the book, the burgers being bad, or this analogy, forget the analogy, like the comics being bad, because at least then maybe you could fix them.
Yes.
But now that they can't even get to the store, that's a big problem. Because they could be great all they want, and they can't get to the store, then you're a wrap. It's a wrap for the comic book store. Now, to be fair, I mean, maybe you don't need a comic book store anymore. Maybe you just order it straight from the warehouse to your house or something like that. Although in Japan, they still have these stores.
I mean, that's because
Because
people are actually buying.
yes, so I kind of like. I guess that's why we focus sometimes on like the quality of the product itself. Like when we talk about these things, because if
Hmm.
something's cool, you'll find a way to buy it.
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't care if it's like Marvel or DC or what name it is on it. Like if the thing is cool, you'll buy it.
Hang on. Let's get to the rest of the comments because we're
Yeah,
messing them up. Where was it? What was this? Power said Aquarius attack. That's my new name. Is old enough to be a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. I predate that actually. I predate Power Rangers. When Power Rangers came on, I was like, I kind of wasn't into it because I was just like, yo, this kind of corny.
you
Now,
would not be old enough to be a Power Ranger on the show. You were not that old.
oh no, 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 no. Okay, yeah, you're right. Like,
Like those people, like the Red Ranger was older than you.
yeah, that dude was
You were a
definitely old.
kid, and he was older than you.
Yeah, I was definitely a child when I saw him. Um, I said he's wrong in the animation. Hold on. Brina says, I mean, yeah, it's going extinct, but what does that have to do with people like us? We aren't the industry. I'm not worried about it, in my opinion. Well, if you're making a book, now I guess we were going to get to that later. For the indie markets,
Yeah,
we can just produce the book and put it out through,
the
funding of so,
various means.
yeah, various
Yeah,
means. You know what I mean? I mean that's all we really have to do. It's just it
various
may or may
e-commerce
not become a
solutions.
little more difficult. I'm not sure yet for indie market. I don't know yet.
Can you imagine like if Image Comics and Dark Horse they're gonna like start raising funds and start like going into webtoon? I mean, some of them have like I think like Top Cow
Mm.
has a webtoon channel or something like that. They just repost their old back catalog, but imagine if it just became a full-time thing
Mm.
and it just becomes a e-product.
Right.
It might happen.
Maybe. Um Let me see.
But you are correct. Like you're not worried. Like Diamond and the comic book shops. If you're not in a comic book shop, then I guess this isn't. This doesn't pertain
Right.
to you.
So look at that. Power also says indie animation is a wave too. Another declaration by Neon. Yeah, I'll listen. We've seen it. Like who did the remember a dude with the Stray Dog Studios with the Dragon Ball,
Right.
Legend of Dragon Ball Tale, and I've seen a lot of crazy animation, just like surfing. Like I was on a indie animation tip, and I was just searching it, and yeah, they're doing a lot out there. So yeah, you're right on that. Brina says DC has manga style books. I'm reading one right now. Which one, Brina? The Narat says I'm more interested in Rippaverse comics and getting into anything Marvel and DC. I mean, that's me. The only American comics that I bought recently are all indie.
Right.
All of them. Like I got some Ripper books. I got some books from one of my boys in Chicago. He did a book. You know what I mean? And a good couple and a couple of others. I can't tell you when the last time I bought a Marvel DC book is.
Yeah.
People try to get me into absolute Batman, but I'm just like,
Yeah. I mean, look, the comic book industry
mhm.
is a rigged game.
Right.
To get Diamond was a monopoly. In order to get on Diamond distributors, you got to like I don't know, get a discount that's like more than half your book
Mm-hmm.
to be in a comic book store that maybe people don't visit anymore, and it's like it was kind of a rigged system that way.
Yeah.
Plus, it's like dominated by like Marvel and DC and whatever product they push. They literally like shove you off the shelf with their shovelware.
Yeah.
You got Batman, you got the absolute Batman, and then you have the race swap Batman, and then you have like his brother or whoever else they come up with. You know what I'm saying?
There's a race swap, Batman.
No, I'm saying like maybe there is. I'm
Oh.
just joking around. Like I'll be like, look, I don't know. They got like all kind of
Yeah.
variants of
Yeah.
Batman. They
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
like
You're right.
all variants. Like every X-Men has a book. They have 2 X-Men, 3 X-Men titles, and they all each of the characters have their own book, and they all have 18 variant covers.
Right.
And it's just basically like if you're an indie dude, like even like guys like Dark Horse and Martin, I gotta be like shoved off the shelf at that point.
All right. Let's go down.
They just create new product just to I don't know, shove each other off the shelf, but is anybody really buying it? And then they renumber it every 5 minutes, like a new number one. They have all these gimmicks,
Yeah.
but do they have a readership? So
New
in the
number
end of
one.
the
You
day,
can't even
it's
tell
like,
people where to start. Hey,
and the
start.
comics are expensive, so you really can't give a lot of these books a try.
Right.
Like back in the day when the comics were like $1 or something, in the olden times, if you have $5, you can get 5 comics.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Anyway, Power 1000 says, but if they think Kneon is lying, well, they will think that to their own peril. Like denial. It's not
I didn't
just
really
a
see that
river
much.
Egypt.
I didn't
It
really
is
see that much denial in the actual thread.
not that thread,
Yeah.
but like in
Uh,
the animation, I think like they're not ready to hear that conversation yet.
no. Brina says she's reading Hush right now. Power
Yeah,
says Two Sean's is the next gen of Two Chains. Yeah, Two Chains. Yo, Two Chains. Yeah,
you could be 3 chains.
there you go. There you go. All right, I'm getting down to Hail the Lords in here. Hey, what's up? It's like it's well known. Marvel doesn't want to pay great artists or writers. Yo, remember that story, bro? Where they got that girl that she did like a sketch?
Oh yeah, I forget the artist name.
And it
It
was
come to me.
yeah, and
Like,
she said,
like
"Yo, a reason," and people clowned it, and she was like, "Yo, I literally just did a sketch," and Marvel paid.
yeah, I think it was Zoe Thorogood,
Yeah, and then like Marvel
and
paid
she
her like $100 or something.
yeah, like she did a sketch, I guess, to what the cover would look like, and instead they just published the sketch. They were just like, they paid her for that. Like, oh, thanks. I
That's
guess
what.
she charged them for the prelim, and they just published the prelim. which is she's like, hey, wait a minute, that's crazy, bro. And then people were like, this cover's not very good, and she was like, yeah, it's because it was a sketch,
That's insane, man.
and I guess that's what they could afford,
What they gonna do?
allegedly, and
Right.
so obviously they ain't got money for artists, but they got money for lawyers. So I'm not trying to. I ain't trying to incur the wrath. Marvel Enterprises.
They got wrath left.
Who knows? They just petty. People not failing, they get real angry. They get real ornery when they're not getting
Get
their
fussy.
oatmeal in the morning. Yeah, they can't afford.
Brina says, I mean, no one hired me for graphic design. It's funny because I was gonna mention Brina. Like, Brina has a perfectly good style that I feel like the youth would love, and like, I'm like, how they didn't find Brina? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we found Brina. Like, it's just like
Like, what's going on, bro?
Sean finding people just for fun. Like, oh, here, look, it's a guy. I like him. I'll put a bookmark on it.
I'm a
He's not even an art
bookmark.
director.
I
He's just some
bookmarked
guy.
so many artists that I can't remember their names.
And they're just drawing fan art. Look at my fan art. Look, I just draw cool for fun. I don't know what they do. They're working at they're working at TGI Fridays. They're working at a Shake Shack or something. Like, what's up? Like, they better not be.
It's probably what they are doing. I don't.
A lot of it too is like a lot of these this is like the dirty stuff, dirty secrets. Like in art school, they try to shame people out of drawing cool styles, like anime styles, and like anything inspired by, like, I don't know, any kind of graffiti, hip hop, anything that's like dynamic.
Yeah.
And then when they spool them out, they turn them into some dull thing ready to be scooped up by the mainstream, and then nobody wants to buy the product that's made. Like, it's just
Right.
it's kind of weird, you know. First of all, comics is still a thing. I think you don't need a resume. You just have to be cool. That's how it used to be back in the day. Like, you're just cool. They hired Joe Mad. He was one of the top artists in the late 90s.
Yeah.
In fact, he was the biggest artist in the late 90s. And they were trying to recruit him out of high school. The only reason they didn't get him out of high school, and he wasn't even that great in high school. He got better after he left high school.
Yeah.
But they were like, can we get him now? And then the editor was like, no, I think it'd be bad if he got to finish school. Like, I don't want to be responsible for him not having a high school degree or something like that. So, or distracting him from getting a high school degree.
Right.
But they're ready to hire that, not like how many followers you got on Twitter, not like, I work for, like, I don't know, this company or that. They were just like, is he cool now? Let me see the portfolio. But these days, I don't know. I don't know how they do the hiring process. So
Who knows?
Brina says, I've only seen comic covers from him.
I think it was talking about Pyro Daily.
Oh, okay. Oh, so she's seen some comic covers. Okay.
Covers.
Yes, covers. Tessa Hess says, do you think some of the reason could also be superhero fatigue bleeding over into the comic realm from the oversaturation in media? I think possibly, like, it is possible. However, I think
It's a lot of
yes.
different. It's a lot of factors at the same time.
I think superheroes especially with like American comics or something, or American whatever. That we've seen the same approach from them,
Yes.
aesthetically and writing wise, for the past decade plus.
Yeah.
And take Marvel, for example. It's like, people declaring it like it's over, it's going to be phased out. But then Marvel Rivals comes out, and just them seeing the screenshots got people super excited about Marvel and the origins of Marvel and Sue Storm. So it seems like if you just throw a fresh coat of paint on it, it's like, whoa, now I'm interested again. So it's like, is it dead, or it's just like the approach to it is dead? Like, are they done? And I'm not even like, I don't know, like, whatever. I'm not even a Marvel artist or anything like that. So I'm not trying to pump them up or anything. So it's just like, but I just see like a new approach could actually change something. And it is like they're posting Marvel Rivals. So people now, they think Marvel Rivals is Marvel. So
Yeah.
Who's Mr. Fantastic? I never heard of him before. The comics should be doing that.
But it doesn't because the comics don't look like Marvel Rivals.
Right.
You know what? We're gonna go on their website in a minute. We're gonna go on their website in a minute or something.
Mama Bear said, "Oh, happy belated birthday! Thank you. I'm a grown nibber."
Big kid now. You know what I'm saying?
Power 1000 says, Ice Spice already got the Ozempic face. Brina tells no lies. Yes, there's a lot of hood nibbers very upset that Ice Spice had some weight loss.
And lost her, you know.
The money makers, it's gotten slightly reduced, and they are highly upset about it.
It was not the move. The move to be making.
But I respect all, you know what I'm saying? I respect all, choices that women make, unlike, these disrespecters out there on the internet. Just
got respect the women.
Sean respected like 14 women before he got here. He just walked in, walked around me in the street and said, "I respect you." Facts. So he's good. You know what I'm saying?
That's mandatory in New York.
Yeah. He infected 20 women before he got here. I just did 21 because I just want to be one more over on Sean. So we're covered. We're not gonna get canceled. Pound 1000 says no race on Bruce Wayne yet, but they did try to replace him with Lucius Fox's son.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I mean, I guess that's technically not a race swap. Right.
No, that is a like and that's what he agrees to. It's like not a swap. It's a creation. His replacement.
Yeah, I mean, I guess people would say like, "Oh, why would you have a problem with that when Azrael and Dick Grayson did it and blah blah blah." To me, I guess that doesn't matter because I am no longer reading Batman, so none of that, like.
And if it's a temporary thing and it's actually a good story, then fine. But it shouldn't be like he's permanently replaced because Bruce Wayne is over. Because obviously Bruce Wayne is not over because the movies still make money, the video games make money when done well. The Arkham games, things like that. So he's not over. Just because the comic sales are over doesn't mean the character's over. It's the approach to the character is bad. So, but whatever. The DC Compact comics are $10. I bought 3 of them: Hush, Gotham City Sirens, and Court of Owls.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean those are the big stories. Especially Hush. Hush was a big back in the day, and Court of Owls.
Hush is insane.
Greg Capullo. Mama Bear says we're all trying to be concept artists like Sean.
Hey, we need to let that rumor perish.
Sean's a concept in himself.
The Concord concept artist.
The Concord concept. We're never beating the allegations.
Never. It came up about 3 weeks ago. Like somebody was sharing.
Some big meme account posted it.
And I was like, no. I was like, yo, bro.
When are you gonna come clean and just say you work for Concord? When are you gonna stop lying to the audience?
So I did it. I made Amari look like a, you know what I'm saying, a clock or whatever.
They bullied him into doing it.
Yeah, they tied me up and said, if you don't do this, we're gonna get the ones you love, and then I had to I gotta say this is a joke, so I don't get
Yes, it's a joke.
It's a joke, so I don't get
DM saying, "Yo, can you get me a job from Firewalk Studios, even though it's defunct? Whatever rebrand they're doing."
Yeah.
Here, the lore says Marvel are very much aware of the artists that are out there. They just look at them and say, "We can't afford them."
Yo, maybe they can.
I guess. People keep telling me that they're so broke. I mean, maybe they are like super duper broke. I mean, like it's kind of weird though. Like, how old are these people drawing in like a style akin to Marvel Rivals? I assume they're young. I assume they're like,
but like, hold on, bro. Like
in their early 20s at the most. people who are in their early 20s, I guess, get scooped up by a video game company, but not all everybody's hired everywhere. I think they would have to just train these people from the ground up or give them an opportunity or something. How much are they paying like these outsourced South Americans to draw these comics?
I don't know.
Maybe it's short money. Maybe it's like they're paying $50 and then they can go buy
But I don't know how Marvel
some
can.
maybe they're paying like some Argentinian. He's
Yo,
in like
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna make a wild claim that I have no proof for.
okay, well, you're just being in line with everybody else on YouTube.
Yeah. So
Diddy's confession. Diddy and Justin Baldoni have talked through prison.
I have no idea what Marvel pays.
Sure.
But I've been commissioned by people, bro, that pay very well. And I just every time I get through the commission, I think to myself, would Marvel have given me this? Would DC have given me this?
You'd have to like get someone like on a camera. Where you know, like how people they rush up to the politician,
Mm-hmm.
like or the guy, and they'd be like, "Bill Gates, I need to talk to you," or something, or like Trump, I need answers. Like, can it be like you run up to Marvel executives and say, "How much you paying these people? We need the actual proof," or something like that, and they're like, $100 for 70 pages on something like that. Like, get the
Like
truth or something. I don't know. Like,
they paid that girl $100 for her little sketch, put it on the cover, and then
that's not bad for that sketch because that sketch was like, not detailed at all. They give you $100 for that, you'd be done in
that's
like
true.
3 minutes. That's not bad. So, somebody need a job, right?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, man. But I'm just like, hey, check this out. Let's go back to Pirate.
It gets into like this whole thing of like, I know they outsource a lot to like South American guys. These little art studios, like 8 people living in a favela or something like that.
All right, like hold on.
You pay them like $100. They got like money enough for like groceries for like 8 months.
I mean, we don't know what they're paying them.
We don't know. No one knows. No one knows. All I know is like
if you're WB and
Disney, you expect that they had some money, but they don't, which is interesting. Like, how come there's no investigative? Because everyone glazes each other in the comic book like news sphere, not like the YouTube sphere. They don't. They're very critical. We're critical. But like everybody in the print, the industry people, all they do is cover up, and they're afraid to confront, like, say, how much are you paying these people? Like, you're part of Disney. How come you can't get like J. Scott Campbell to do like an interior for like one comic book, bro? It would like sell out. And they're like, I don't know, like it's just mystery. Woo! It's like unsolved mysteries.
Okay.
Anyway.
Look at Pyro Daily.
Yeah.
Look at this man's bio, bro. Like, okay, art director, characters, WB Games. So I guess technically he's getting paid by WB, right? WB Games, not DC Comics. And then he has, lead. What is this? Principal art creative lead. Riot Games. Pass. Netflix, Blizz, Marvel, and more. Maybe he's getting paid way more doing this than he could on them pages. And you know what, man? I'm gonna bring up Joe Madureira. And I'm not getting at him, by the way, because he can make his money however he wants to make it. I'm actually glad that he bought out Battle Chasers again and just had another artist take it over. But maybe at the time when he was drawing it, he was like, yo, man, I'm gonna get better paid doing this concept art for this game than I will doing these combos. Now, actually, that's a different story because that was his own comic book. But I'm just making a price comparison. So now jumping back to Marvel and DC, maybe that's the thing that's going on. Like, maybe they do ask him, like, hey, Pyro Daily, you want to work on a comic book? He's like, man, I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? Like $5,000, $10,000 a month. I don't got time. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I will say this: like, if people are concerned with money, then they just go to where the biggest paycheck is.
Yeah.
And if they don't have love for comics, I mean, that word's been tossed around a lot too, love, but until I find a better word, I'll use that one. Like, I guess if they don't want to make their own comic book, or they really care about Marvel's characters or some work for hire thing or telling stories, then it will be a money issue, you know?
Hmm.
Especially at Marvel and DC, because you don't get any credit for creating a character. They just take it from you. Maybe they give you a royalties now,
Right.
but it's still not like J.K. Rowling, who like owns like she's retired off of these Harry Potter books.
Right.
And that's basically where the comic book industry needed to be. They needed to start like, you can have Marvel and all these characters or whatever,
Hmm.
but you should have a separate line for original titles.
Right.
And they still have to be marketable, and they still have to be profitable for your publisher or something like that. Maybe that's how like the old school industry, non-crowdfunding, non-independent route needed to go. Like, they needed to be like Japan, you know? Who created Spy X Family? You already know. Okay, you can look it up. His name's on the cover. He's getting a royalty. He's getting, like, I don't know, paid off top. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And maybe it's not as much as if he would have owned the company, but it's enough for him to keep doing the comic book and living. He's not in
Right.
poverty. Now, American comic book artists, they, according to the chat, how much they paying them, they living in poverty, drawing these characters, which is not good.
So maybe the
Not
whole
good.
American comic system needs to look. Look, there's a lot of things going on, but I guess going back to let me bring it back up again because I'm getting off track here. No, not that. Wait, no, yes, that. Hold on. What's that
Hail the
say?
Lord says it's a fact Marvel pays for cover art way more than actual interiors as well. That's crazy. That's crazy because I looked at we yesterday. Sean and I looked at the Marvel website and we saw the variant covers, and I didn't know who half these dudes were.
No facts.
I mean, maybe I'm out of touch, and these guys are like rock stars when they come into the Comic Con or something. But like, and the artwork they were showing was like, it ain't no Jim Lee. Like, it's good, it's fine, but
Hmm.
I'm saying like, I mean, why should that person get paid more than an interior person? Not to diss. I'm not even naming any names. I'm just saying like, I ain't really see nothing that was like, why an interior artist is doing the most.
Yes.
And I see that they do this. They have an interior artist, and they won't even let them do their own cover. Sometimes they don't even get the cover for their own book as not a variant.
The main prop. Oh boy.
No respect. Like, even if you're not getting paid as much as like people back in the day, like, you at least get the respect.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes you would get a extra person on the cover because they had notoriety and they had I don't know something that everybody wanted to see that would draw them into the book. It just so happens that now these interior covers are
Yeah, but before it was, and like, they're not no great shakes in art quality, and then no great shakes in name recognition. So it's like, what's going on, bro? You're just giving. I don't understand that. Like, it has to be a reason why this variant cover, right? The artwork's got to look sick, crazy, ridiculous. Like when Alex Ross did it back in the day, like,
mhm.
it's crazy, bro. Like, the art was just nuts.
What we
There are
trying to
people who like never did interiors and just did covers.
yeah. Like if our germ gets on it to your cover, then understandable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Art Germ was crazy. Yeah, Art Germ. You look at his wealth. He's like, "Who's Art Germ? I never heard this guy. He even never did interiors." Then you look at the art, and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's a cover artist."
So hold on, let's go over this last thing Neon said. Is that I didn't get my first pro comics work until I was in my late 20s, and I thought I was ancient. Now it's normal to break in your 30s or 40s, and usually after working in another industry first. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of people talking down here. You know, Nerd Rada chimed in. What did he say? Hold on. He said the comic book has lost generations. That was evident 15 years ago. The industry would not and then could not adapt. Caught in an endless cycle of gimmicks, writers who wanted to work in Hollywood and spending a good chunk of their time pissing off customers. instead of writing comic books because you love comic books. All right, listen. He said a lot there.
That's a good one. Leave that up there for a second.
He said a lot.
He's, he says the comic industry lost generations. Yes, evident 15 years ago. Yeah, it's been happening for a long time. He owned a shop,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for years, so he knows the industry from, I guess, a retailer's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been gimmicks, writers who want to work in Hollywood. This is evidence in like a lot of these comic books from basically from top to bottom. Like, I mean, at Marvel, it became pace for the trade where, and this happened like a lot during the I don't know, the Joe Quesada era up until like now, I guess, where like they're trying to like they're writing these comic books like it's a screenplay.
Yeah.
So like the first 30 pages of the screenplay is not going to get to like the major action. And the comics are like that. Meanwhile, comics that want to sell like floppies, they got to have like a story that's satisfying within the issue itself to some degree. But instead, they're like trying to pitch it to Hollywood, where it's like paced out, so like builds to a trade, and they're gonna give that trade to a producer. Meanwhile, it's not gonna last on the shelf because by issue 3 they're bored. So then it gets canceled, leaving the retailer holding the not bag of money, the empty bag of cash or something that doesn't exist. Not even the bag exists. And also, like, a lot of these companies, like these other companies that do take original work,
Mm-hmm.
they do the same too, where it's like these like kind of stories that are like basically they're not like when they draw and write the comic book, it's not like bigger than a budget that like Hulu or
Right.
Amazon Prime or Tubi original will give you for to make the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like some crime thriller about a dude who, solving office crimes or something like real low scale stuff.
I mean, it was getting even more problematic when they decided to take that scale. I'm not sure if you just actually said this, but if they try to take when they were trying to take it to that scale and then have the audacity to put that in a superhero book, like
Yeah.
like when they all thought they were Quentin Tarantino or something, and
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
they think because they're not pitching to like they're not making a comic book for the comic book customer who wants action, suspense, adventure. They're dealing with who they believe the movie studio head is. Some person who thinks that comic books are stupid and silly and they needed to be super grounded so that they would understand. They're pitching to like a suit
right.
rather than like a comic book fan that going in there every Wednesday. And that happened a lot during like the early 2000s and still happening right now because now they're trying to pitch to the kind of people who make Netflix shows and people who make like Rings of Power and people who make things like that and
You know,
and
okay,
they have certain criteria that they need before it could even be the criteria I'm talking about.
right. Master Panda say, "What's up, Master Panda? How you doing?" All right, so let me go back in time a little bit, right? Let's go back in time to 14-year-old Sean, right? Now, I grew up, um, I was reading comic books like sporadically. I wasn't like reading anything in like serialized form like that. Like I'd pick up a Batman here. I was really big into Ninja Turtles, so I was picking up Ninja Turtles RG comic books. So it was like Ninja, like Batman and uh, you know that, and I was even reading the Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else was I reading? Random issues here and there, Superman, Spider Man, and all of that. I had a pretty big comic collection. It just wasn't like in order. So I was pretty much sustained on that, and I thought everything, Todd McFarlane, you know what I'm saying, Jim Lee, all the greats like that. Then I went to high school. Then they had an art fair. Excuse me, they had an art fair in high school, and that was the first time I seen anime, right? And it was the episode of the Cell Saga. episode of Cell Saga, Perfect Cell Saga, when he just built the arena to fight in. So it's the first time he's fighting Goku. This is the first time I'm seeing anything like this, and I'm basically seeing 1-to-1 ratio of what I would like a Superman fight to look like, except they put it in this thing. And I said, "What is that?" I was like, "This is insane." I was like, somehow I need to incorporate this into my art because this is like groundbreaking to me. And then it was a couple months, maybe years after that, that I was just like, is America Comics gonna like adapt this stuff? Because this is kind of cool. Now, I didn't think that they were, but I just like, was like, whatever. It's like, oh, you got to, your Japanese entertainment here and your American entertainment here. And then came Joe Madureira. And he was like the bridge. And we loved him. And then he left Marvel. He left Marvel on his own, right? I can't remember.
Yeah, he left Marvel to do Battle Chasers.
Right.
And it might have been a money issue, or it might have just been had a creative opportunity, because I believe it was Wildstorm had the idea to have 3 artists basically do Image Part 2,
Mm-hmm.
and have the top Marvel or top artists in the industry to defect and do their own creator own titles.
Mm-hmm.
And it was under an imprint called Cliffhanger, and it was under Wildstorm, which was Jim Lee's company.
Right.
At the time. This is before Jim Lee went to DC.
Right.
And he got Joe Madureira to draw his fantasy comic book, Battle Chasers.
Right.
He got Humberto Ramos to do Crimson, his vampire comic book. And he got J. Scott Campbell to do Danger Girl, his take on his riff on Charlie's Angels.
Right.
Type spy antics, right? So that was Cliffhanger. Then I forget. I think it was like DC made a deal with Jim Lee to buy Wildstorm, his company, and that sale went down. So effectively, those creator-owned titles were still an imprint, but they were still like, I guess, bought by DC or something like that. They were still like,
right,
in a way. And I think I'm not sure how it goes. I think like Humberto Ramos stayed with that, but J. Scott and Joe Mad left to go to Image to publish their books.
Mm-hmm.
And they did. And they were top selling, but then I guess, I don't know, he was left to do video games, and then that was it.
Yeah. So
then that created like a vacuum within that manga cartoon style attempt to do what you're trying to talk about, where it's like, why are they taking influence from anime? It's about to be the next big thing.
Yes.
They did try it, except the experts at it kind of left. Now, there were others that were doing that as well at the same time. People like Alvin Lee from Udon, who we're going to talk about in a minute, the company, Udon. Mm-hmm. There was Udon itself, the company. Dreamwave. There was artists like Salvador LaRocca, mm-hmm. Carlos Pacheco before he changed his art style. Mark Brooks. And a few others. Right. That were trying this American / anime hybrid. Yes. There are people at Image with the comic Victory, Edu Francisco. No one knows this guy, but we do. Yeah. Shout out to Edu. We know all the guys that were trying to do this from back in the day. Roger Cruz. Yes. Is another one. Yes. He had like a mini beef with Joe Mad because they said that our styles were similar, but he was another guy trying to do what you were talking about. Mm-hmm. So you can see it in a few comics and stuff, but it was never really capitalized on by the publishers in the early 2000s.
It wasn't. And that was the moment.
That was the moment. They decided to go in an ultra realistic direction because they saw how well the Ultimates and Brian Hitch were selling. Mm-hmm. So DC tried to do that with like Infinite Crisis or something. I forget the comic book where like Dr. Light is like, I don't know, do an essay on people or something like that. I don't know, like weird, Dan Didio stuff. So it's like, this is the art style they were trying to do. They had the Ultimates were selling. You had the new X-Men, John Cassaday. They decided to go into super ultra realistic, which looks fantastic, but it's kind of hard to reproduce on a monthly basis because it's so detailed.
And that's like, if I was employed by them and old enough at the time, and like some kind of like marketer or something, I talk to them. I'd be like, guys, you're going in the wrong direction. You're losing. You're going to lose things if you keep doing this. You have to stop. Because
Yeah, or at least give people a choice.
right.
And the option should have been, I thought at that point they should have said, hey, listen, if you don't feel comfortable with like this art direction on your books,
Hmm.
then maybe you need to have a creator own line within Marvel and create a different channel for like younger people to get into that. And there'll still be American. There'll still be American people drawing it. Okay.
Yes.
That's
But
all it is. Like, don't lose ground to the East. There's no reason to. People are already culturally appropriating, the evil word that you're not supposed to talk about. You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
And
It's
then
like when Bruce Lee was doing karate kicks and changed the world of action entertainment. We told Bruce Lee, just come here and be an American, you
right,
know,
right.
and teach us Americans how to do the karate kicks. And he did.
Yes.
Therefore, we didn't lose to the East.
Right.
We just didn't do it here. We
But
just
here we gave up. And so then the art style became super serious. And then the writers decided that they were Hollywood directors or something.
yes, this
Okay.
was probably the biggest issue. Was that they were so burnt on all these superstar artists leaving
Hmm.
from the original Image 7 up until Joe Mad that they said, I hate artists. I hate these flashy people. I don't want to put the back on them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is even before them. Maybe they're mad at Jack Kirby for not sticking with Marvel. Maybe they're still mad at like those people or something. Steve Ditko for doing the question. Maybe they're all mad. I don't know.
Right.
But they put the whole industry on the back of Brian Michael Bendis, uh, you know, basically editorial.
Hmm.
Axel Alonso found these dudes who were like writing these edgy books, and it kind of aged out I guess, the teen market into like a more darker 20, 30, 4-year-old like marketplace. I don't know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of good stuff that happened in there too.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like for what Nerdrotic and Kneon was talking about the 15 years ago and stuff like that, there were decisions that could have been made to, I don't know, ensure their long-term future
Right.
with the next generations.
But yeah, they didn't. They decided they were Hollywood directors. They kept going on that track. And then
Yeah,
that
Hollywood directors. Now talk about that. Like, what does that mean to you? Like,
like it just
that
means like they thought they were trying to intellectualize. Not to say that things can't be intellectual, but they were trying to like intellectualize everything.
you mean deconstruct, right?
Yes,
Like
yes, 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 yes.
right? Instead of like Captain America going on an adventure, it's like Captain America pontificating, why am I going on adventures? Why am I a superhero? I need to go to a coffee shop and talk about this with Black Widow for like 10 panels straight
Yeah,
because I'm defying your expectations of what an adventure comic is.
right. And then it just became like it started to get mad pretentious. And then
Right. Because especially at the time, you're talking about Hollywood around like the early 2000s, it was when like Tarantino was big and all the studios were like copying him way late, by the way, because he was moving on to
yeah, yeah, of
actually action
course.
entertainment with Kill Bill. But they're still stuck on like, if I have my characters talking in a coffee shop, it makes it deep intellectual and stuff. And then maybe I could prove to a Hollywood writer that I'm not an idiot. So they give me like a movie deal because they think the default setting is that they think I'm an idiot.
See, and this is the other deviation right here, where like they thought that they could be super intellectual, which made it also just like kind of stuffy looking. Where it's like you have to realize for a second something that Japan never forgot, by the way.
Sure.
You're drawing a book about a super soldier that was thawed out that throws a shield, yo.
Yes.
Like, if they make a manga about a dude who got a sword in his back, I guarantee you he's not going to have a bunch of panels where not, that would be called a filler episode. They were trying to do filler episodes like all the time, or at least that's what
Yes.
it felt like.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. And then because no disrespect to some of these artists, because some of them are great, like I said, showing the art respecter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes, me too. I'm an art respecter too. I'm just,
you're
just
getting
for
these
like
guys
having
that were not as dynamic, and I'm not talking, by the way, as I'm better because I'm trying to make my style a little more dynamic myself,
this
right?
is like a fan observation,
Yes,
customer observation.
yes. The reasons that I haven't bought American comics in a minute. Now it's funny because they have some artists that I right now in the industry that I that they're not necessarily um like manga or anime influence, but like they're very dynamic looking. But anyway, I'm getting
Yeah,
ahead of myself. So they had that going on. The Hollywood and or I'll call it the Quentin Tarantinoization of
and
their.
they were yeah, and it helps to understand, I guess, Hollywood a little bit, like who the players were at the time,
Mhm,
and like in the 80s and 90s was very much action stuff going on.
mhm,
They said it was like rated R action, lunkheaded entertainment or something like that. And
mhm,
then the 2000s was like kind of like late 90s and early 2000s after the Matrix and all this
mhm,
came out, and a lot of these popular movies that came out that were dramas and all this stuff, Magnolia, and I mean not Magnolia, but Boogie Nights. Yeah, these are great movies, by the way. I love these movies.
yeah,
Well, fiction, things like that. They were like saying we need to we can make smarter films now. We don't have to just like play to the lowest common denominator, like these action films where they just walk in and shoot everybody and then punch out your boss who's the DA or something, and then
right.
the
Because
audience claps, like, but it doesn't make for great superhero entertainment
no,
when your
because
character's crying all the time and he's like having some kind of existential crisis or having divorce drama, and he's eating all this food at the restaurant and he never gets to the adventure until issue 3 and all this, and it's just like, what are we doing? Like, we're losing focus. And this is the writers, and they're telling the artists, who are probably dynamic if they try,
mhm.
to be not dynamic right now, which is not going to produce the best art.
And that was around the 2000s. You're right. And when they say run to manga and video games, and I'm like, we go back to the American comic books. I'm like, yo, y'all guys are still trying to intellectualize a man that wears a yellow suit and has regeneration and claws.
Yeah.
In Japan, in like 2001, if I'm not mistaken, okay, they invented a man with white hair and a red coat that kills demons, and that's all he did. Like, and they stuffed the story in it, and we're still talking about this game series till what is it right now? January 23rd, 2025. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, on the real, like, look, I mean, Marvel was in a bad place in the late 90s because they were going through some Chapter 11 bankruptcy because of the industry reprinting too many books and all these collectors, and,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of shovelware no one was buying. But I don't know. I still feel like the DNA of them was still like, even though the comics were like not great,
Mm-hmm.
they still were in the spirit of what a superhero comic is, or an
Yeah.
adventure comic is, like still action adventures. And the early 2000s was kind of a stabilization effort in terms of story and art that was consistent on time, a more grounded adult, trying to make a pivot away from back then, and it got attention, and it did actually increase sales for a bit, it
Yeah.
did. But I think that you can't just do the same thing over and over again expecting like success if you're not getting it. So like they had this whole X-Men storyline a few years ago called Krakoa or whatever,
You
where
know they
like
talk
the
about that in
X-Men,
Marvel Rivals, by the way. I'm
they
like, yo,
do.
yeah. I'm just like, yo,
Yeah, just
like,
don't
yeah,
mention
yeah.
that.
Get
Just
this up out of here. Like,
get this out of here. Where like the X-Men became like pseudo political figures in this country that they live in now,
mm-hmm.
and it, instead of them going and being cool outsider characters, they were like these political, I don't know, leaders, kind of just loafing around this island.
So basically, they
uh
made their own chat shop.
yeah, it was basically
They made
the chop. It was basically
like
like,
Portland. Like, what's
yeah, it was like basically some kind of a model UN meetings where they have, they LARPing as the new leaders of, I don't know, the NWO or something, like whatever it is, and it's like all this chatty nonsense isn't going to get anybody interested, include especially the youth who's like abandoned manga. They don't even know X-Men makes comic books. They think it's just like a Hugh Jackman movie that they saw when they were, I don't know, 13 years old.
The funny part is the era in which we're talking about, like right now, like in our timeline of talking, the youth been left. Like they were
Yeah.
already gone. Like they were like, all right, like they were gone like right after Joe Mad. Like it was like they were out.
Yeah.
And then for the final, their final nail in the coffin was when everything got super political
Yes.
and the activists came in. You know, we talk about them all the time. All right. And they came
Yes.
through and they decided that they were going to take the same formula that was going on, except add super cringe. And I'm like, all right, we're done. We're done. And now, well, not for Kneon and Nerdrotic, because they obviously know what's going on. The big two is wondering what happened. So they
Because
try
when
to get.
sales flatline and dip,
Mm-hmm.
the solution is always like, oh, let's go political with it. Let's go, social agenda with it. Let's go PC with it. Then you get like, the consultants, you get, I don't know, the sensitivity readers, you get them all involved in there. You get the storylines that are ripped from the headlines. You get Modoc looking like the Drunk Man. You get
What's the storyline
you
this
get
year?
you get all this
They're
stuff.
gonna have the migrant storyline this year.
Probably, I mean, they had allegories like that back, 9 years ago, 10 years ago. They had Captain America as a, I don't know what you could say, a Yahtzee, whatever the code word
Oh,
is for the.
freaking Hydra joint.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, um,
And they did all this stuff because they didn't have faith. That was offered as a solution because they were saying, well, if we write the same way, this deconstructionist, non-energetic storylines, and we draw in a style that's not, innovating past, because everything would change every 5 years. They'd be like advance to something else, but it seemed like it was very flat,
mm.
and no company likes flat sales. So instead of like, becoming like, oh, we'll have more interesting adventures, we'll have a new art style that no one's seen before. Well, they were like, nah, let's just go political with it. Let's just go woke. And
And
it was like,
they were hiding also.
and it got attention. Like, yo, you do something like that, you know what I'm saying? You make Captain America, some SS soldier or something like that,
It got
then you're
attention
gonna get a headline, bro. Like,
It
you're
got
gonna get a
attention on Twitter.
headline. Yeah, you're gonna get a retweets, especially at that time. But you're really doing long term damage to your company.
And then also
Like,
they were hiding behind movie sales.
yeah, of course.
That's how I felt.
So
Like it was like, well, mostly Marvel, but like WB had some hits with like the Dark Knight trilogy and all that, and they were just like, "Hey, we're doing great." Like they weren't saying they were doing great. It was just like the air that was that like, yeah, they're doing great. I'm like, listen, just because like a couple of them movies made a ton of money, that had nothing to do with the comic books.
yeah, that's another like American problem too. It's like you have to act as if, fake it till you make it stuff, especially in
I
the
don't know.
comic book
I
industry.
don't know. This is a witchcraft joint. You know what I'm saying? I gotta manifest or something. I gotta like act as if like, and it'll come to nah.
You can act as if, but then eventually the money gotta appear for real after a while. Like,
Hold on. Let me see what Master Panda was saying here. So yeah, I remember in the 2000s when they started removing all the fun. Yep, X-Men suits became all black in the comic
mm-hmm,
books to look more realistic. Too much
mm-hmm,
deconstruction and self-loathing boringness. Yes, said all the color, flair, eye-catching style, and fun is getting really annoying. Let's make everyone look hyper realistic and stiff and suck all the fun out of comics. That said, do y'all remember those 3 or 4 pages that Joe Mad did for Street Fighter? Some of the most awesome art I've ever seen. I bought that entire Street Fighter hardcover compendium just for Joe Mad. I remember that. I have it around here somewhere. Somewhere.
yeah,
Also says 80s action movies were direct and unapologetically awesome. some roided out shirtless hero running from an exploding building with a machine gun in one hand and a hot girl thrown over his shoulder and a cigar dangling out of his mouth while he's doing it. We watched it. I mean, movies is a whole other issue too. Like I don't know, they only started to like semi. I don't. I think they haven't. I don't know what.
Also, the other thing, I guess that leads into the other thing. They wanted a different audience. They started chasing a different audience
Yeah.
because they're like, oh, we can get more sales if we like reach out to people who are into politics, people who are into like I don't know, Lifetime movies, I don't know, whatever they're trying to
Yo,
make
I got a
comics into. They
question.
can.
Who did they think they was gonna catch? Let's leave the youth alone. Maybe we could. Who's supposed to be in the new audience? Matt Walsh? Like, well, not Matt Walsh because
No, they're definitely trying to go
yeah,
after Matt Walsh
because they would hate him. It was supposed who son like who was the audience like who was the audience?
Yeah, exactly. It was people like him and people like people who watch MSNBC, people who watch politics, people
Bro.
you know watching the Colbert Show.
People
That way they can go on Colbert and show the comic off. Say, hey, look, I did this. Oh, cool. And I think he likes comics, so it's like they're trying to cater to the Hollywood crowd and their politics and what they want to do. Meanwhile, they're having problems as well. Similar problems, in fact. And they forgot about the comic book guy, you know? They saw him as comic book guy from The Simpsons. Some fat dude in a shirt like that. You shouldn't respect him or something. They wanted a higher class, a classier clientele in the way they look and act and their jobs. I don't know what they wanted, but they ended up losing their core audience and not gaining the phantom audience that they were trying to get. You know, there's always like a mirage. It was like a mirage they created and never
don't exist.
Got because it's not real.
It's like the audience that bought Concord. Remember them?
Yeah,
they don't exist.
Yeah, it's like did he show up? They didn't exist.
Sorry, wait. They exist on Twitter as non-buyers.
Right. So I guess they exist somehow.
They hypothetically exist.
Yes, like a tulpa or some kind of supernatural creature that's manifested from the minds of
like a stand
or something like like a stand, right? Or something like it's like a David Lynch movie. Like you got to get out of the red room, so you the real Cooper's coming out of the red room, so you manifest a fake Cooper or something. I don't know, like it's like you manifest some guy's not real off of your dark emotions or something, but you can't sell him anything because it doesn't exist.
Holy crap, bro! Like
he has no money. I don't know, like
what were they doing? Hold on, let me check these last comments here.
It's like making a movie.
Power said Portland, the X-Men became the X-Force. Is Captain Hydra said there was rumors Chris Evans might play him. Who knows? I've heard this rumor and I dared him. I want them to do it. Please, MCU, make him Captain Hydra. I just want to see how that's gonna go. Oh, I forgot Black in America is coming out next month.
Oh yeah, he's coming out.
Yeah, whatever.
They think that's how they're gonna get the sales, bro. They just make him black. Make it Black Captain America.
Nobody liked that in the comics. Let's put it in the movie. Like I'm like,
but these are like the sales things. They actually go up with a chart and says, "Yo, if you have the Black Captain America, every black person will watch it like they did with Black Panther." But it's different because Black Panther is a different concept, which has to do with black people specifically.
Yes,
you can't just do that with every character because it's not going to work. But Hollywood's so dumb; they just think like all black people think one way and that's it. And they got the black chart.
Black Captain America.
They did the black research, the black search. I have captured the black man, and I have used AI to analyze his brain. I know exactly what he buying. You know, when he's done buying rims and he's done buying, you know what I'm saying?
Rims and sneakers.
Yes, Chappelle Show DVDs and breakdance videos, like whatever they think that black people are into. Like, what? What year is this? They're running to the movie theater to watch a corporate slop.
That didn't test well.
Then they got to reshoot a whole movie. the amount of money it takes to make that whole movie, bro. They could have just paid Chris Evans whatever like blood money he wanted for coming back for something that's creatively unfulfilling for him, but would have made mad box office.
Yo,
It's just the way it is.
on a
It's
side
just the
note,
way it
but
is.
on a side but adjacent note, why did they ruin my February, bro? Like they ruined Black History Month. That was supposed to be the most hilarious month of all time because you had Blacks in America was gonna come out and Assassin's Creed Shadows in the same month. Oh my goodness, the videos I would have made.
Yeah. But now they're
And
restructuring.
that,
See, now Hollywood has having a correction because I guess they hit rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like that old A&E show Intervention where you hit rock bottom and your whole family's in the living room. And and so you got a problem. I guess the corporate people went to the creatives and said, you have a problem. You need to stop. And then, and they took opportunities like Kang's, what was that guy? Jonathan Majors is,
oh yeah.
you know, issues. They used that as an excuse to get like him up out of here, and they got Robert Downey Jr. Just trying to do everything safe now. Deadpool and Wolverine was a hit. They want to make Deadpool and Wolverine part 2, 3, 4. They didn't want to have him with anybody else.
Yeah. They don't because
And if they did, it'd just be Deadpool, Wolverine, and Spider-Man, the movie.
Right.
They're just so like desperate. They're not taking any chances now.
They got no creative flair. They don't know what to do anymore. They'll be like, oh, I don't know what works anymore. I'm like, yo, y'all breathe. Okay, like well, I guess it's hold on. Let me read the rest of these comics.
Yeah,
comic books, comments. Excuse me. Nobody's reading the comic books. Power 1000 says, his power like he like upgraded. He was 900 before, now he's 1,000. Like he's growing in
it's gonna get over 9,000.
Yeah, facts. That's what I told him the other day. Holly Weird is the new audience. Sorry, I'm messing up your name. The Narat says new audience is the modern audience, right? And that's why they don't exist, like Concord. Sorry, I cannot stop mentioning Concord. This is like the funniest joint that happened last year.
It's like some dude like trying to make his own AI girlfriend or something in romance. It's like some person that doesn't exist. Even that's more real than what they were trying to chase after.
You're right.
A hip, cool NYU student activist / supermodel / actress that will buy my books and turn it on to Obama, who will then get everybody in the country to read comics. That is the plan. And when I get on the Colbert Show, we will then beat manga with our fossilized art styles, like, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Boy. Like, I don't know what to say. Like our approach to art, not the art styles, but their approach to the art. Where it's like you got a guy who knows how to draw some dynamic stuff. They're importing them from Brazil or wherever they're getting it from. He think he's ready to like have Spider-Man start doing all kind of stuff he never did before. Right. And instead he get a script where Spider-Man is crying at the college because, I don't know, Trump got elected. I don't know, or something like that. Yeah. Like, it's like,
imagine what? You get hired and they tell you got to draw the Paul saga?
Facts. It's like where a storyline where like Captain America, I mean, not Captain America, I'm talking about Spider-Man has to watch his wife get with some schlub and her talk about how better he is than he is. These conversations, and it's just like, what? And they're hiring some South American dude, right, to draw some comics. And them dudes just watch Dragon Ball all day.
Facts.
The president of Mexico, like, they showed the final episodes of Dragon Ball Super in like what looked like a stadium or something like that. I saw it on YouTube. Unauthorized, by the way, by Japan. And Funimation even like wrote to like, I don't know, the Mexican government and said, please stop this or something like that. And then they said no to them. They said, you want to go to war? We'll go to war, but we're not doing that. Because they love Dragon Ball so much, they would cause a riot if they denied them their Dragon Ball by any means necessary. And that dude probably wants like, I don't know, like the Incredible Hulk to like do like Street Fighter moves or whatever, like gonna be exciting to him or like what could depress people. Instead,
He drawn
they got him
Paul.
crying. Yeah, Drew
Paul. And
Paul.
and his fake children. That
Yeah,
that
these are
that
new characters they're coming up with. Back in the day, they used to come up with characters like Gambit and Rogue, and now the character they come up with is Paul or Miss Marvel,
well, big
or
fist.
yes, and her like I don't know bushy bangs,
Yeah.
and her like I don't know she got like outfit looking like the Hamburglar, like that shirt dress
Y'all never
thing with a
finished
belt on it.
that time I tried to remix Miss Marvel. It's in here somewhere.
Got Marvel Rival. I wonder what the Marvel Rivals version of Miss Marvel's got to be. It's got to be way better than what they got.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing. 80 times better. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but they should do it just for fun. It's kind of anticlimactic though because they already have Reed Richards in there. So
Massive Panda says, "Ha, yeah. Can you imagine Joy Reid on MSNBC talk about how badass Paul is for putting Peter in his place?" And you know what's funny? She doesn't though. Like they do it so that Joy Reid could maybe say it, but Joy Reid don't even care. She's busy,
she don't even know what a
talking
comic
about
book
the
is.
election or something like that. She's like, "What?" They put her in the comic book just so she can read it, and she probably still wouldn't read it. It's like they're trying to get the attention from the people they don't even want it. They don't even read comics. They're like, "What are you talking about?"
There you go.
Oh, look at this. This was Sean's.
The one time I tried, and I don't even like it now that I'm looking at it. Like, to be honest, I think I need like yellow again in like another place here, maybe like on the boots or something.
Right. This was like Sean's remix of Miss Marvel, and
Right.
his idea was that the stand he should have like stand powers kind of
Yeah,
instead
instead
of
of
her
like her
like
big fist, like she would actually have like another entity's like, you know.
yeah, it was kind of like the Miss Marvel TV show where like she had like these, it was manifested by like the glowing power hands
Yeah.
that were outside of her hands, like these gauntlets or something. And I think that would be cool. And then maybe the stand itself could be like really cool too.
Oh
So
yeah.
you have like some mystical being standing behind her, and that would even have like a crazy Final Fantasy looking summon like design. That could be like lit.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know. Cause I feel like I don't know, Miss Marvel, like every time I see Miss Marvel, it looks like she's like really hot under all that. Like she has like a cape, I don't know, Hamburglar style onesie, leggings, boots. That hair is like a
That's why
helmet,
I didn't
bro. It's
understand
like a
it.
helmet.
That's why I just gave her pants because I understand that they because of her religion they don't want to have her in crazy clothing, but I'm like then just give her pants, bro. Like why does she have like the leggings with a dress with a like?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, it's like, yo, have these people actually seen like Muslims, like young, Muslims in New York City and people like that? Like they're gonna, it's not like that. Like they're just trying to make like a young urban person in the city, bro. Like they wearing like too much. I mean, like I know it's a superhero outfit, but it's like, bro, it's like that hairdo, bro. Like
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. She trash as a character, but anyway,
it's like
hold
the
on.
secretary from Ferris Bueller, Edie McClurg. I love how the references as a show gets on later is like gets more obscure.
That's when the '80s
I'm
start
gonna
coming
go
in.
super deep. Like what? What are you talking about?
Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna deal with
By the
it.
way,
Yeah.
like for anybody new coming in, if you could give the video a like, that'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining in this trying to deconstruct why American comic books is at the verge of collapse.
Yes, we were.
Although I personally felt like it was at the verge of a collapse like many years ago. But
Yeah.
like it's just that now people are saying. I don't think that they're realizing. They're just finally saying.
Yeah.
And this is not
It
to
also didn't
disrespect
help.
Kneon, by the way. Like I know that I know that he knew about this for a long time. Like
Yeah. Exactly. He was the one that wrote the tweet. We were happy he wrote it because somebody big got to say it so people can, like, I don't know, finally, you know, do something about it.
Trust me, if I said it first, it would have been way worse. Like the way what however I was gonna express it is gonna
Yeah.
sound like y'all would have said I was a supervillain. Like y'all be like, oh, this dude think he the man and the blah blah blah. And I'm like,
Yeah. Oh, he think he talking about, I love those comics. I love the. It's like, but he actually said it's over, bro. Japan won, bro.
I saw that tweet. I came out. I was like, what? Can we talk
I was
about
like,
this now?
damn.
Is it okay? Is it okay to talk about this now? Can we talk about something that's been happening for like 20 years? I don't.
Yeah, because like, look, and I respect, I liked some of those comics back in the day. I liked Bendis's run with Alex Maleev on Daredevil. I thought it was good. I thought it was fine.
Mhm.
I don't like what came after with all this, like, Captain America is a Yahtzee or whatever.
Right.
Secret member of the Hydra SS for Mad. Yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like all this other stuff. When remember the all new Marvel, they were gonna have what was that, the Hulk, incredibly awesome Hulk, where they got rid of Bruce
Oh,
Banner
I
and they
forgot
had
about
his
that.
like Korean assistant or something, and they had like all five of them. Like they said, this is the new flavor.
I remember that.
And I was like, bro, like, can we just call Joe Mad? They draw some comic books. Can we call like Alvin Lee? Can we just like outsource it to Udon because they already know how to draw anime
Right.
and they're American, and let them write it too because they know how to write. Like, like, why don't you just give it to them? They gave Joe Quesada the whole thing back in 2003. Can they give like Matt Moylan and Udon the whole kitchen like in 2025?
And let them cook.
Let them cook. He's
Never.
cool.
And I was just like, all right, bro.
Anyway, let me go to the comics. This is Power 1000 said the descriptions and analogies Dan makes. Yeah, I know. Where do they come from? They come from a mind of a person that just watched like TV like since he was like 4 years old. Like just remembers everything that was on it. No sense of time anymore. I think like the pandemic messed up my sense of time. Is
Now you know.
even the intro I mentioned like who I referenced like Richard Grieco like from 21 Jump Street.
People like who?
Who? Richard Grieco. I don't know. You have to Google that yourself. You know what I'm saying? He was one time the biggest star on the planet for a year or something. Respected Richard Grieco. Alfred Proto says, did they announce Hugh Jackman's going to play Wolverine for another 10 years? Probably.
Yeah, I've been hearing that. Is that
They got
real?
Believe me, they got all the injectables ready, bro. They got his Ozempic injection ready. They got his steroid injection ready. They got his steroid everything like HGH, Botox,
Is this wise?
which is kind of not wise because they should really do X-Men and cast it with younger people, but then it has to be comic accurate, which I mean the good comics anyway, not the bad ones, but the good ones from back in the day. Which they probably won't do. So it's like we all kind of want him to still play Wolverine because they'll screw it up.
I don't know. This is some things like I want to see. Like I'd like to see Keanu Reeves forever, but like, yo, I'm not gonna ask my man to do another John Wick. I'm just like, yo, bro, like my man, you, it's
They're
okay.
not, but they're not even training the new Keanu Reeves. Who's gonna be the new Keanu Reeves? Like Chevrolet Chamblet? Like I don't think he's even tall enough to be the Keanu Reeves.
Aaron, what was that his name? Craven.
Yeah, Aaron Taylor Johnson, I guess, could be the next Keanu Reeves, but he had him slumming it in with Craven.
Sony need to lose
Yeah,
their license, by the way.
true.
Like it's over. B. Wrap it up.
That's another problem too. Sony making these bad Spider-Man spin-offs where it's so bad even Tom Holland will show up in these for the bag.
Wrap that joint up, B. It's
And
over.
Tom Holland, they probably want him to. They're like, hey, you want to just show up on set to this Madam Web? He's like, nah, I'm not doing it. Well, then you're fired. No, hell no. You're not gonna fire me. Yeah, you're right.
They can't threaten him with that. They definitely not. They need him.
Yeah, he knows it too. His team knows it too. Because all those Spider-Man spin-offs flopped. hard.
They probably try to hit him with that. It's like, oh, we're getting rid of him. It's like, boy, if you don't get
And
like,
their other franchise, what, Ghostbusters or something? But like the last one didn't do well or
yeah,
do the business they wanted anyway.
that movie was a mess. I ain't.
It was a bit of a mess. Like, no lie. Um, yes, as they say, Spidey rights are going back to Marvel. Sony don't want it no more. Oh,
Sony can't do nothing anymore.
Halo Lore says, good thing about Marvel Rivals is that it's bringing people back to comics to read about the characters they're playing in the game. Yeah, that's good. Like they're learning about Malice, which is like Sue Storm's,
Right.
evil alter ego from I believe the '90s, which is like the run that people really don't talk about. But I guess it inspired Marvel to, you know, Marvel Rivals to make a cool character, and now it is. Now they want to read it, which is cool. You can go back to read the back issues and stuff, which is the most fun. Most of these comic shops are like hanging on back issues at this point.
I think, don't quote me because I still am getting the hang of playing it. So I don't know how you win them. Like maybe it's through tournaments or something. But there is a section in Marvel Rivals where, like, it's an empty section of like comic pages, and I think I have to unlock them. And I was like, oh,
Mm.
interesting. So like whoever's going ham on the game at like level I don't know what 80 or whatever the heck it is, like I guess they're seeing some comic lore in there.
Mm-hmm. Power 1000 says Chile did over a decade ago. Did DBZ protests, and the young people even made their own spirit bomb. Their own DBZ voice actors even cheered them on.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle in South America for real though.
Yeah, they ain't playing.
Massive Panda says people hated on Ben Riley so hard because of the Spider-Man clone saga, but if I had to choose between Ben Riley and Paul, I'm taking Ben Riley all day. Oh yeah, this new storylines are so bad. They make the '90s look fantastic in
That's true.
comparison.
People were hating Ben Riley, but like you ain't. Paul was like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
It's
Think about the Ben Riley side was too long. I don't know what the point was. They were going too long with it.
yeah.
Power 100 says Sean made her look like a cyborg 009 character.
That is a high compliment.
Talk about them. Oh, this one? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Alpha Porter says no distribution, no comics. Yeah, that's what we were saying before. It's like, yo, you know, you can't. It's like I don't know, a car trying to get over a bridge to go to work. It's like no
You
bridge, you not going to work. Period.
I think the whole thing of this conversation, right, is like, which I think is what,
These comic stores, I should
yeah,
say.
think is what Neon was trying to say, especially like injecting manga and stuff. And what Marvel Rivals has taught us is that even with the most deceased of industries right now, with
Mhm.
that is called American mainstream comic books, all you had to do was inject some cool dynamic art into it and people came. That's all they had
Yeah,
to
that
do.
was it, bro. It was like the simplest thing. People were like, maybe I need to create a new distribution digital pipeline. I need to, there's all this everything but like actually like having a cool art style to get young people to like it again. I mean, you would have people drawing like their own versions of the Marvel characters and like, these new manga, anime art styles,
Mhm.
influence art styles, but they weren't paid by the official Marvel people, so it wasn't official.
Right.
It was like they didn't want that for their comics. They didn't want to like try something new. But the Marvel Rivals did it, and now people are saying they should do that in the comics.
And I want to know
Why
what
don't you have your characters like Marvel Rivals? And all they have to do now is just do it. But maybe they can't do it because they don't know how. That's why I suggested that they should consult Udon, an American comic company that does work with Capcom and Street Fighter comics, because they
I
know how to make that character. They could probably design characters, even if they can't do the same characters because of rights issues or something with the video game or whatever.
Mhm.
They should it can make up their own cool versions that look like Marvel Rivals. But that takes people to, like, I don't know, dismiss the ego and say, I messed up. My thing sucks right now. I need to look at this thing that's working.
Right.
You know, it's just a bitter pill to swallow, especially for creative types. They don't like to confront themselves.
I ain't gonna lie. Like it is tough, but like the only way my art style evolves is telling myself to stop lying to myself, and it's very
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
And sometimes like things will happen to me where I know. Okay, for instance, I haven't posted this up yet, and I didn't understand where my art style even went. All I knew is that I was going in a direction, and I kept pressing the direction. I might have shown this. Oh no, I think I showed this on Twitch actually.
And it's
Because
also
apparently
like,
this was me last year or a year and a half ago.
yeah.
And then I like I was doing some tweaks to it, and I didn't realize what I was doing. And apparently, like this is my style now. Like, and it's funny because it's actually like still like anime influence, but it's like a drastic change or something.
Yeah.
But I had to like kind of like just throw ego out to like get there. Some people might say like, "Oh, the other one was better." It don't matter. It's like something's evolving, and this is not finished yet. Finished as a style, I mean. So I don't know. We'll see where that goes from from
But
this
it
point.
certainly isn't like looking like some, what they call the Cal Arts art style, which is like the Tumblr art style. That was like they thought was going to be the new creative direction to go into right now.
Oh, I forgot about Cal Arts.
That was their version of like, not Marvel Rivals type looking art. Their version was the Cal Arts, like,
Right.
Adult Swim, not even
Forget.
Cartoon Network type style. Like, I don't know, the Hearst Nickelodeon style. I don't know what our style looks like. It's just like stuff that people who read adventure comics don't want to read.
Yeah.
They were going for that. Not some like, some person they think some low IQ goofy, that's what they think. I don't think that, but they think like some guy getting his inspiration from like Dragon Ball cartoons and Madhouse and Jujutsu Kaisen mangas and anime. They wanted a person that was into like, I don't know, weird anti art on Tumblr. They thought that was a new vibe. The Portland crowd.
They care about the
No, this the Portland. I'm just saying.
right.
They chose you, bro. So you gotta help the industry by trying out some new things.
They care about the integrity of their audience or something. They don't want no goofballs reading their stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, no clowns, no like none of these hyped up dudes from the hood who be watching anime going yo with the face like this. Yo, they don't want any of those guys going like that. They don't want any fools.
Like, oh, I don't want this guy reading. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care who reads our books.
Yeah,
It's not my business. I mean, it is my business because we're making it, but I'm like,
they
I
don't
can't
want no
believe this certain
underweight,
person was.
overweight
Yeah.
dudes reading comic books. Okay, like they don't want the neck beards. Alfred Porter says the problem with Ben Riley was that he was supposed to be the original Spider-Man, and the one who'd been following for 30 years was the fake one. That's why people didn't like Ben Riley. That is true. I said, yeah, exactly. I was like, it went on too long. Maybe that's an interesting story to get attention.
Yes.
Should have lasted 4 issues. It should have lasted 4 issues. And Spider-Man's still in the mix, by the way, where he's like, not him.
Yeah.
But he's like thinking, maybe I am me. And he tries to find out the mystery. Oh, I am me. That was a lie.
How long?
6 issues max, like half a year maybe. They had this thing going on for like 2 years or something, like almost. It was like, yo, bro.
Ben Riley was 2 years, bro?
I don't know if it was 2 years, but it seemed forever. Now maybe time seemed to last shorter back then or something. But I swear it was like a year. It was at least a year. I don't know. It was a while. Same thing with Wolverine and his bone claws.
Yes.
Like they need. I never liked the bone claws. This is like a storyline where Magneto drained out all the adamantium from from Wolverine. So it was just his regular skeleton. He still had the healing factor. But when he like popped out his claws, it said it was like bones. And it was
All too
like,
well.
okay, whatever. When we gonna get back to the claws, bro? Because like steel is cooler than like bones.
Right.
And instead they did it for like mad years, bro. I was like, don't do this. Don't do this. Weird editorial decisions. Like Paul should have lasted like one issue. He should have lasted no issue. But if he was to be there, one issue. They had this dude in there like forever, and everybody hated it.
Is it still going? I feel like it's still going. Like Paul is still here.
I think they hate their own audience.
They have to, and that was I feel like that is the last problem. So to wrap up, right here we go. One, they you know what I'm saying their superstars left. They didn't try to refill it with more superstars. Okay, strike number one. Two, they got artists that were antithetical to a hype 'em up artist. Which, by the way, I'm not dissing the artists. Listen, I like artists like Travis Torres. You know what I'm saying? I like art. You know, I guess back then the hype 'em up artist was Jim Lee, so I can't. It's funny, which is funny, but we've gotten so far into the future where my old self would look at Jim Lee art and say that's hype, but like a young person would be like, "Yo, I'm reading JJK, bro. Like I'm reading My Hero Academia, where like everything is in my One Punch Man, everything's in my face right now, and I can understand my internal old point and understand their point at the same time. I know exactly
Yeah.
what they're talking about. I
And
know
if
what
you
they
were a
mean.
businessman, you would make adjustments
Yeah,
for the health of your company and the over health of the future of the company, the future of the business.
right.
Like I said before, yo, you don't see no rappers rapping like some like they, Cool Herc or whatever those people were back in the day, the Sugar Hill Gang. Like we respect them, but we all can't be rapping like, these are the breaks. Break it up, break it up, break it down. Hoorah! Like no rapper gonna rap like that.
It's
Like
not.
today, bro. But rap still exists. He was rap, they were rap. Let's be happy about that. It's made in America. We're evolving. And maybe you could borrow things from the past, but the good stuff,
Yeah.
and keep it pushing. Because sometimes new stuff sucks too.
Yes, that's true. But you know, hey,
But this anime don't suck. This manga don't suck. I seen like the artwork is crazy, bro. Like I saw some pictures of One Punch Man. The manga is
yeah, insane.
ridiculous.
And I didn't even know. Dan had to tell me because I didn't
Oh
read.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
I didn't read. I don't read One Punch Man. And then I go and I'm looking at the pages and I'm like, what is happening? What is this man is drawing his butt off or woman? I don't know who's drawing. But Brina
I'm just
says,
saying. Look, I don't know. Just why things got to be difficult, bro. Like if people like
they
the
make
art,
it difficult
give
on
it to them.
purpose.
Like
They
I
did this
mean,
to themselves on purpose. Brina said,
I'm not a
"Nah, Jim."
boomer. Even the boomers grew up with anime. I mean, this is not like scary. Like we just look at what they do and culture appropriate what works, and whatever don't. Like I mean, that's it.
Yeah,
What's the problem? The problem is that they chose Tumblr. I don't know what to.
yeah. They chose Tumblr. They went the wrong direction.
Yeah,
Brina says, "Nah, Jim Lee's still hype. Released the old art. Hush is crazy." Oh, I agree. Hush is crazy, but I just want you to put this into perspective. Tell a tell a 18 to 20 something year old, right, who reads nothing but like manga, who's reading like I don't know what well, My Hero Academia is over. But like a book of that nature, like watching Deku get like punched through buildings or something, to go read Hush. They're gonna be like, 9 times out of 10. I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying that they wouldn't, because there's a subsection of younger people online that are reading American comic books. So this is a thing. But
mhm.
I'm just saying overall, they're gonna look at them like, oh, that's cool, and then they're just gonna put it down. And we know this is happening because we have like I don't know, like a good couple of decades of evidence to back it up, as evidenced by the title of this video. as evidenced by Diamond. I don't know, like spirit bombing himself. It's-
It's just some people want to flash your you know, experience, I guess. They want what they want. They like what they like,
imagine
things
movies.
change.
Imagine movies didn't evolve past like Clint Eastwood doing this. But you know what I'm saying? They just imagine.
Yeah, or like John Wayne doing like this
Yeah,
in the fight scene. Like that's it, bro.
like we had to jump from John Wayne to the raid. Okay, we had to get there
Right.
somehow. Where they're doing like 15 hit combos to a dude's face and then cracking it into a wall. Okay, we had to get there somehow
Yeah.
because as time goes
Sometimes
on,
it
we need more intensity.
yeah. Even like whatever, like was it Keanu Reeves? He was in Point Break. He was holding the gun like freeze.
Right.
Now in John Wick, he's like doing this upside down. He's flipping around. He's flipping the dude over. Like same guy. He had to evolve it. The Matrix, same thing.
Yeah.
He had to change with the times a little bit. Like he had to see where the market is and the influences. You can't just be like, I'm an American, so I can't do that. And you're an Asian guy, so you could do that. If that was true, the Matrix wouldn't have been invented, where they took influence from John Woo and anime.
Right. Brina
That's it. Like
says,
I don't know. I feel like anything you can use it.
yeah.
It's like Bruce Lee and Jeet Kune Do or something like that. If you can use it, use it. If you can't, you can't. But don't lie to yourself. It's like look at the results. I don't know. Like, and as long as in the country, you're an American, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people just ready to just give up and let the East take over, and then they just import stuff while people sulk in the corner and not buy comics at all. They go watch TikTok reels or something like
Which is
that,
weird.
which is like some unpatriotic stuff that I mean, like, look, we're
I
gonna
thought
have to be super patriot. Like, we're gonna have to like,
like why are we giving up? I thought like allegedly people of the country said that we had to make things great again or something, and people just laying down the oh too bad. Mm.
I will not succumb to this. It's like
what what's happening?
it's like
Like
that scene in The Running Man where like Jesse Ventura, like they ran out of Arnold Schwarzenegger, like they put him in the Running Man game show where he has to fight all these people to
mhm.
survive, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, like he just like deleted all these people or something like that they were trying to kill him,
Yeah.
and then they got Jesse Ventura, who was the broadcaster, to now you got to get in the suit. You used to do it. Now you get in the suit. And then they put all this electronic equipment on him, and he was like, "I won't do it," and he just quit because it was like, back in the days to fight with my bare hands, and he was like, "Look who you fighting? He gonna whoop your ass, bro. You can't win. You see, he already killed everybody else who was like had the equipment, didn't. He's got a flamethrower. He couldn't beat him." Jesse Ventura was like, "I won't do it. Let me get at him," and they said, "No." Like, no, bro. Now, admittedly, the equipment they were giving him looked bad, but I'm just saying. Same thing now. It's like, bro, you think you go fight Japan with this? Some Tumblr art and some comic book,
Yo, this is
like
not just
written
comic
with
books.
people crying about
They
the election, bro?
they
You think
thought
like
they
this is
was gonna
gonna beat
beat.
you?
They thought they were gonna beat Japan with Concord, bro. This is an
Yeah,
American problem. Like this is an
yeah.
American problem, not just comic books. This is an American problem. Y'all thought that you was gonna assemble the worst looking things ever in the vein of being unique to defeat.
They spent $400 million thinking they're gonna do something right now. Like, no one's gonna want to hire an American. No one's gonna people are not even gonna want to invest in an American studio. They're gonna think twice, bro, because it's not profitable. It's taking like crazy risks, bro. Maybe Concord is the American style, and that's sad, bro. Like,
Meanwhile, we're doing that, and I just want people to know that the East is doing the most unnecessary stuff ever. Okay,
they're also
like
giving you East is also doing American style to Marvel Rivals.
they
They
we're
do their
cooked.
thing and
We're
they do
cooked.
your
We're
thing.
cooked.
They
We're
do
cooked.
their thing and then they do your thing. There's not much of a difference between the Marvel art style, Marvel Rivals art style, and what like J. Scott Campbell was trying to do in the 90s and the 2000s. It's not that far off. You know what I mean? It's not that far off to what like American artists do here. Like it's not, depending on who you look at. But I don't know. Like there's this big argument on Twitter about like, replacing American workers and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah.
it's a big thing right now. So I'm like, why are you trying, let's fight it, you know what I'm saying? Let's
like stand up. Imagine me going to Firewalk Studios.
we are good enough. I'm not even saying like, yo, you gotta pull up your bootstraps. We good enough, bro. Just maybe it just takes some tough talk. You gotta be the bad guy to say it. Maybe Sean gotta be the bad guy to say it, yo. Like, yo, listen.
I'm gonna be the super villain now.
He gotta make a video where they like point a camera in his face in a dark room and he has to talk for an hour on
I'm gonna dim the light right now. I'm just like
the harsh talk, you know what I'm saying? And get all the heat, but then get the praise too.
I'm gonna go, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go get a suit like my boy Jarrell from Some Grand.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it on and be like, listen.
Listen, man.
Like we need to have a serious conversation.
I mean, I ain't gonna do it, bro. Like, yo, shout out to whoever, I don't know, international viewers that may come on this stream or something like that. Shout out to y'all or something. But I will say that I will not have the comic industry in America or comic books. I don't know why I've talked like this because like it doesn't really matter because like
because
you can just put your comic book on digital products and stuff, but like damn.
The art in the country is getting cooked, but we still in the country.
Yeah, I live here, bro. Imagine laughing at like, yo, America sucks. And it's like, yo, but you live in America, bro. And you trying to be an artist, bro, or a writer or something. You're like, oh yeah.
I got a question.
I don't know. Can I get American flags in the chat? How many pictures in the
I got a question, right? Like
I'm not a patriot. I don't care. I'm just part of the global I don't know, fuel of America. So just the global mass of America. I mean, global mass. I'm not part of any nation. I'm a sovereign citizen.
That was 4 flags. 4 flags.
If you think animation should be done in America, we gotta get an American emoji in the chat. If you think American video games shouldn't be over because Firewalk Studios decided to put, I don't know, the Jolly Green Giant as a superhero character or something like that, can I get an American emoji in the flag in the chat?
Ho ho ho, Green Giant. Is that how the joint went? I forgot.
Called it Mari.
Jabam. Me, you, and Breen are still the only people that remember Japan, by the way. Huh? Like what do I gotta tell people? This is mostly for by the way, my rant is for creators, by the way. I'm not yelling at y'all.
No, we're just going off on off the goop right now. You know what I'm saying?
See, I knew I was gonna potentially crash out on this one because
Sean crashed out a little bit, but he didn't really crash out.
Nah, I
feel it was objective.
Yeah,
there's a lot of sensitivities too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I'm like, I don't know. I can't tell people.
But it's actually hopeful to me. I mean, like I'm saying, like we could do it. Like let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Dan and I could go find a list of artists.
I don't even know what they could do yet. You can at least give them a call and say, "Can you do a page, bro?" Like, but no one's asking because people just, I don't know, they don't want to win. I don't know. Like,
and maybe
they said the country's a rap, bro. But we have like so many people in this country, whether they're here, with credentials or not. Just put it that way. And it doesn't mean anything. Like, I just find it hard to believe, especially when I see it. Like, people are actually doing cool work, and it's like, nah, it's over. But I mean, maybe the American comic book industry is over. Maybe it just has to be over because it's like maybe that's what's holding it back. Like it was never meant to put the good stuff in front of you. It was there to just demoralize you or something as part of some kind of Illuminati plot or something.
I mean, look, and like Paul is
like the movie industry is not any good. They released the Academy Award nominations today, and they're all movies that no one's seen, no one's heard of, not are really that good. Like. And some are downright bad.
Well, it don't matter because when Stallone and John Wick.
All right, what was it? They had Stallone, John Voight, and Mel Gibson are appointed the Hollywood something. They're the Hollywood
Hold on, wait. I have a stupid question.
emissaries.
Was this ever a thing? Ever? Because I saw it and I was like, "Oh, this is fake. Like, what is this? Like,
Maybe. Because like
oh,
you see like ambassadors to other countries. I never seen like an ambassador to like a
entertainment?"
segment of our country because it sucks.
I mean, I agree. It's just funny that
Yeah, I mean that caters to my my action movie heart. I mean you got Mel Gibson and Stallone are
Stallone.
gonna fix Hollywood. Let's go.
Yeah, like,
Like
all right, I'm down.
Lethal Weapon and Rambo. Like let's go, bro. Like what's next? Van Damme as the Secretary of State or something like that. What's next, bro? Like let's do it.
Everybody, Stallone. Not, I mean, Arnold. Arnold could sit this one out, but you know, but yeah, like,
Right? They're gonna start the commission of karate chops or something. Like let's go. Like let's do it. They need an action movie like thing though. They need like to recruit new action stars, so maybe they can like watch them and audition them to see like
all
who
them
could train them to be
YouTubers
the
that are
next.
doing martial arts for nothing on YouTube.
Yeah, I
Like,
never
have
understand these reels. It's like, yo, this is like the 19th like jump kick that you're doing that's amazing on YouTube and TikTok. It's like, yo, bro, any time to like make the movie, bro, because these movies suck. Like, what are you kicking for, bro?
I mean, it's hard. I guess it's hard to fund, and these executives are not going to go find them. That's another thing. Adjacent from comic books, like, oh, we can't find no more stars. Here, I found like 12 people doing ridiculous martial arts for free on YouTube. Go
Yeah.
get. Oh, they don't cut. Get them an acting coach. I don't,
Yeah, we need to normalize like making like martial artists into actors instead of just like making actors into martial arts and stuff. It should just it should be both ways. I'm not saying just do one or the other, but it should be both ways. You also should normalize making supermodels into actors too.
Mhm.
Like they take like Kim Basinger or some person like that from back in the day. And it's like you're an actress now, and they say, "Well, I don't know, you're an actress now." Okay, I'm an actress. Like that's it. Like
Sorry, I just Claire's Price said I crash out after seeing too many black people looking like wannabe Killmonger and members of henchmen of the Golden Lords from Meteor
for what? Meteor Man. Facts.
yo, yo, oh man.
What is this? Yeah, where it's true, bro. It's like, what is up with the Killmonger cut, bro?
It's funny, guys, because I was still making my creative character. If y'all watch my last video on Norman Blosborn, freaking you know race swap, and I said I was going to do a video in it, and I was like trying to come up with hairstyles for this character. I have nothing solid yet, so the video is still in process. If you guys want to see, I mean, I posted like one picture on Twitter anyway, and then I was like, "Yo, Sean, don't make the Killmonger cut. Whatever you do, like." So I had
Yeah, Proto
this
says, nah, man, I'm a world citizen. Yeah, stop with that world citizen.
world citizen.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, Alpha Proto. Like a world citizen. Like
Oh crap! Hold on, it's not gonna
the
show
heck is
properly.
what are we talking about?
Hold on, I'm gonna give me a
Somebody's
second.
the real citizen.
Yeah,
That ease gets to be the real citizen. So if we get to be the world citizen, I mean, like, I didn't sign up for this.
NetEase really went and recruited. Like, what are we doing?
Like, you're not allowed to draw like an hourglass figure in America, so you outsource it to China so that people will complain here because they'd be racist to criticize a Chinese person.
I don't
I don't know what the
understand.
scam is. I don't know what's going on. I don't care because it's all collapsing anyway. So it's like, just eventually, maybe they'll just do what we're talking about on stream anyway, just by default, something like that. But I just wish that it would happen faster and happen tomorrow.
Right.
Like, I don't care about any of this politics stuff. I don't care. I just want cool stuff.
World citizen. Good grief.
Yeah. Alpha Proto says Hollywood never needed him till now. True. Stallone, the mumble rapper of actors. That's what Clarence Price says. That's right. Made a career out of mumbling. The Legend. Massive Panic. Oh, he's talking about video games.
Yo, we made Amari and Team Ninja. Like, what do we gotta okay. Well, all right. Let me put things into perspective, right? Maybe not stylistically, but we do have things like, Doom Dark Ages and Space Marine 2, right? As far as AAA titles, I'm talking about AAA because there's a lot of indie coolness going on. And then you got things like Unknown Nine and Concord and this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, Team Ninja had the audacity, like the literal audacity, to be like, "Hey, let's do something. Let's make another Ninja Gaiden game." All right, cool. So, how we gonna tackle this? We gonna do it like last time? No. What are you gonna do? Call Platinum Studios. That is the most unnecessary thing that I've ever heard in my life. For Team Ninja and Platinum Studios to band up, like, yo, bro, we getting bodied. Like, be like, hey, remember the people that made Nier Automata and the Bayonetta, and we made Ninja Gaiden? If we join forces, we can make the best action game of all time. Us, we making a green dump truck named Omar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe people are intimidated when they see like the artwork and the graphics and of the East and the character design and the vibe. They see like Stellar Blade, they see those things, they see like, Bayonetta, they see Final Fantasy, and they're just like, I guess they own cool, will be anti-cool, and will be the product that they buy when they get tired of being cool.
Right.
Sometimes you can't be cool every day or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what they think. You maxed out on cool today, so now you feel like being in, you know,
It's like, oh,
playing some.
let's be conservative about what we're doing here. I'm like, no.
Yes, I need to chill. I'm
There's no
exhausted,
chill.
tapped
Y'all
out.
have y'all seen the trailer yet? It's starring there's Ryu and there's a new ninja. I don't even know who he is. All I know is that he has a red sword that grows like a huge katana blade, and I'm like, yes, yes. I don't even know who he is. I want to play him. Like,
And if he was a comic book, you want to read about him.
yeah.
If he
I watched the
was in an
anime.
anime, you'd watch him. It matters. These things matter. Like, you know what I mean? Especially like for like young people, it matters. If you're reading like Charles Dickens books, it doesn't matter. Like, you're not thinking about like, you're not thinking about these characters, right? You're not thinking about David Copperfield or something like with a Buster Sword or something. You're not thinking about like Oliver Twist, like doing jump kicks and stuff like that. You're thinking about him doing like the RKO on. You're not thinking about Captain Ahab, like, giving a 360-degree roundhouse hurricane kick to like Moby Dick's face. You're not thinking about that stuff. But like when you're drawing stuff for like, marketplace of like 13-year-olds to like, I don't know, 22-year-olds, it matters, bro. Like the kind of coolness you're bringing to the game. It just matters, okay? Like what you talking about, Sean, he's talking about like the design of the dude, his sword, his gun, how he moves, his move set. That matters to people, you know what I'm saying? And it matters to the audience. So respect them and give them what they want because they want it and you want to do it, right? So don't compromise for like companies that flop out in 2 weeks like Firewall Studios.
Like,
although I do understand why people do it because look, they were in business for like 8 years making this game pay $400 million, yo. That's a lot of caviar. That's a lot of chips to Popeyes. That's like you got your studio apartment taken care of in an expensive place like California, wherever it was made. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
So I know why they do it in the initial, but long term for the biz, not so good. That makes sense.
It makes sense. It's just, I'm just like, why are they allowed to go overboard and we just over here like making green toaster ovens? Oh, I keep poking fun of tomorrow. I need to stop.
Yeah. He's like, come on, stop. There's other, you can spread the hate around.
And the worst character is still what's her name with the toaster oven head? I forgot. I drew her. I forgot. What the heck is
What's that dude like Assassin's Creed poster where they got like now they got Yasuke in the back and they
Yeah,
got like
son is back there, like
right and they
behind
got
the
this little chubby kid in the front like he's
word.
the new star of the game like it's like Stranger Things.
I should bring that up. I'm like, yo, my man Tubby is like,
Don't fat shame the man, son. I did not do that.
where's this poster? Anyone buying this game, by the way? Like, I never played an Assassin's Creed game, so I don't
He the
care.
new star.
He got moves. What's his move set? Where's the poster? I seen. Do I have to go to Twitter for
It's
that?
Assassin's Creed rebrand now. It's like a Stranger Things style adventure, like Skeleton Crew
Yeah,
or
because
something.
before it was like this, where it was both of them on the cover, and that was it. So it was Sasuke got the fin from Star Wars treatment.
Yeah, he's in the back on this poster. By next month, he won't be on the poster.
Hold on, I'm trying to
It'd
find
just
the
be like
poster.
a silhouette. It'd be a silhouette. Like he's
Yeah, I gotta find it because the poster is funny. Where is it? Come on, y'all.
Class Price says America should go back to dominating sports. Also bring back baseball in the inner city. Yeah, it's true.
Hmm?
Promote the sports.
Hold on.
Baseball was big. Baseball's big, like in the Dominican Republic. That's why they import all the them to be here and stuff.
Right.
But yeah, baseball was America's pastime. It is technically, I don't know in words, but it can be again. We can rebuild it.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Keep your mans. Where he at? Son is behind.
Yeah, before he was like in the original like promo, he was like large and in charge. Now he's like, I don't know. He's way back there.
Way back there, face mad hidden. Well, I guess, his outfit requires it to be hidden.
They're like, don't look at him.
And who in
Trying
the
to shield.
forefront? Your man's right here, son. I don't know
Yo,
whose child is
Jesus.
this.
It's a Japanese Dustin from Stranger Things. He the star. Dustin's cool. I like him. You know what I'm saying? He's singing the Never Ending Story theme song to save the day.
Oh man. Yo, my man's gotta go, bro. But yeah, I ain't really buying that game. But yeah, I don't know what did we learn today? We learned.
I don't know. We learned a lot actually.
I mean, we kind of just learned like what we've been thinking for years, and it's just people just finally saying it.
Look, we Kneon. Shout out to him. He diagnosed the problem. He said it straight out, blunt, in your
Hmm.
face facts. We offered the solution. Listen, or a solution.
Yes.
It's not the solution. There are many solutions. I think everyone should offer theirs.
Hmm.
And it's like, you know, it's already there. It's that the corporation. I think the thing is the corporations don't want to hire people who draw cool stuff. They don't want to take advantage of opportunities like Marvel Rivals, and the distribution chain is jacked up. So, unless they take the hint,
Hmm.
then they're cooked or something. So in effect, the industry will be cooked, but maybe out of the ashes something might happen if it gets that far.
Yeah, and I guess the real thing is, and this is beyond art style, like, cause I wouldn't tell everybody like, yo, you gotta draw the anime stuff. Now, I
Yeah,
do
it's not
think
like
it,
some kind of
I do think
dictatorship.
it's more appealing. However, as Marvel Rivals proved, you don't even necessarily need to do that style in particular to catch the eyes of people. This is just
Right.
this is my preferred style. I just know that like traditional comic style, which still obviously thrives in the indie markets
Right.
because we have fresh characters and we see this in in these books that are coming out and books that I own. You know,
Yes.
um,
Right. Like there are star styles that are like they're gonna be the same from the time you first see them to the day the artist passes away. It's gonna be the same.
mhm.
But in superhero comic entertainment, there were people who had art styles that were able to be evolve and change as the career of the artist grows. You know what I'm saying? As he gets older, the art style changes, it gets more cooler and cooler and cooler. And it seems like we have to be open to that change again for cooler things, not to make it worse.
Yeah.
Like if you had real rapping skills, you shouldn't like throw it in the garbage to rap like some goofy mumble rapper that's going to be a fad in like a couple years, and
Right.
it's already been a fad. All those little guys, little this, little that, and all these. You ain't seeing these people anymore.
Yeah. No.
They're not relevant. They still need people who can like put bars together. But I'm saying that don't dismiss the East Side of Hand. They got some good ideas. Take them.
Yeah, take them.
It's the most American thing you could do.
Culture appropriate. On this channel, we support. I'm sorry, but when the
It's
left,
positive culture appropriation.
it is to me. When
And there's people who refuse to do it on the left and the right.
Yeah.
They rather sink in the ship rather than culture appropriation, which is weird because like culture appropriation is what America's about. Shout out to culture appropriation. If you American, can I get American emoji in the chat for culture appropriation?
Yeah, facts. That's why I see people talk about culture. You shouldn't, and I'm like, bro, my whole style is culture appropriated. What are you talking about? Like,
maybe they're trying to give up to the East. They're trying to be the world citizen. Just let like the
no.
East be the one that make the art, and we will have mad respect for them. That we will not like. Yes, sir. I will not.
So I gotta just sit here while Team Ninja just like bands up with freaking Platinum Studios. Now I know that video games is not my job. I'm just saying I gotta sit here while they like do a vacuum super move of cool to like drag everything in, and I'll just like, I don't know, draw Baz. Nah, B.
You draw Baz. That's the American style. That's what you get to do.
Hell no. Nah.
You get to draw Baz.
See,
bro.
what you get to do
you get to draw. You get to draw Dustin from the whatever the the Asian version of Dustin from Assassin's Creed. I don't know. That's what you get to do, bro.
Nope.
That's the most American thing you could do. Is take it lying down. Let the NWO stomp on your face. That's the most American thing. I don't think so. I will not stand for that. Like,
never.
The resistance starts now.
Yeah, fact. Stand in defiance. Must be out your mind. People out their mind for that. That's absurd. I don't. Narat and Hill Lord got some some flags in the chat. Yeah,
flags in the chat. Flags in the chat.
You know what I'm saying? Post inauguration. Flags in the chat, all right? Claire Express says you get to draw Tosh. Never.
That's what you get. You get trash.
Must be out their mind. And by the way, I want to, and shout out to id Studios, you know what I'm saying, for not like, they don't exactly have an Eastern style, but shout out to them for making, once again, another game with high levels of action testosterone. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool.
True.
Thank you. Y'all, and I don't know, Space Marine, even though I do hear trouble about like the 40, I'm not too knowledgeable about the 40K world, but I do hear, they have some problems, not with Space Marine 2, but elsewhere, but I hope they get that sorted out. Brina said the revolution will be live streamed. Because ain't no way. And yes, I am going to do the art showcase before we head up out of here.
All right, so what you do now?
Yeah. Hang on. Oh yeah, I was fun. This was some ideas for the character I was trying to make, and I was trying to go through hairstyles, and I had to make sure that I did not do, you know what I'm saying, the Killmonger. I'm just like going through like different steps here. Maybe I'll throw them in the Discord, and y'all can tell me which one y'all prefer or whatever. But
right,
yeah, that one is coming.
No doubt.
I'm sure Brina has a more definitive
I'm with you.
idea on like which one of these are cooler. But let me get this. He said, "Don't do the Killmonger or the Golden Warriors."
It's been a while since I've seen a Meteor Man, so I'll have to do
hold on. Let me look that up. I'm gonna look that up right now, right before the hold on.
Yes, the
cool.
Robert Townsend classic Meteor Man.
Golden Lord. Meteor.
It's my 90s.
You've been one up.
There you go.
Wait, is it this?
Gotta know what their styles is, bro. I was watching Mo Money last night. Does that count for anything? It's not Robert Townsend, but it's like, black cinema adjacent.
Hold on. Is it? Give me a second.
Black 90s
Is this these
classic.
guys right here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was like they were going for like a blonde thing, and it was like, remember Simon Phoenix from
The
Demolition Man?
hairstyle. We're not just talking about hair like this, like right before the stream.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if this is exactly what you mean, but it's like joint that's just like it's kind of like puffy all the way around. Like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me get this. Let me get this.
Our brother says those kids are the kids from another bad creation, ABC. That's true. Yeah, Boys to Men, ABC, BVD.
Let's go into the Discord. Wait, what? Oh, that was Maki's Discord. I'm like, I didn't have a channel called Waifu Appreciation. Here we go. Post your art. Where will we last?
Meteor Man.
Oh man, this thing skipped. Did it skip?
Before Black Panther, there was Meteor Man.
Meteor Man.
Bill Cosby was in that, the cause
I'm trying
or
to
the troubles.
I'm trying to figure out
Yeah, black
where I
cinema was
fell.
big back and then. They had New Jack City, they had this, they had The Living Color. It was like Boomerang with Eddie Murphy. It was like black cinema was huge.
Yeah.
TV shows.
Okay, let me just put this up. I have no idea where I kind of left off, so we're just gonna
Yeah.
hold on. Whoops.
Then they gave it to Tyler Perry in the black cinema was over, bro.
Where did I last leave off? I can't remember, y'all. I know we saw. Okay, we definitely saw Brina's rivals art.
For
We
sure.
saw that her Venom, which is insane, by the way. Why
Nice.
isn't she hired? Huh?
Well,
Marvel and DC. Why?
got an audition, bro.
Did we see this
But
movie?
like they also got to recruit too.
Yeah.
Gotta recruit. They gotta get on the
I don't think we saw this. Oh, this was like, oh, it's Mufa Slaffy's ye-
2024
yeah, yeah, collection.
artwork.
Got a lot of stuff going on here. Some fire effects.
Nice.
I feel like some of these I didn't see actually. I don't know if he put them all up. That's pretty cool.
Just the waifus,
Maybe it's the waifu collection.
perhaps.
Hold on, I want to see this glow in the corner here. I got mad backgrounds. Stairs. That's pretty cool.
Got mad glows.
This is one of Makani's. This is y'all are gonna
Oh,
see. Y'all are gonna see this as it gets completed. This is
Salak.
Psylocke, yes, from Marvel Rivals. You know the new continuity. And
The real Marvel.
yeah, the real Marvel.
In millions of people's eyes around the world.
Yeah, this is like cosplayers already. You know when when you're gonna make money when the
When they start
cosplayers hit you.
cosplaying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When the cosplay hits, that's what you're done. You're good. You're in good
Oh,
hands.
yeah.
We got
You're in
Dante.
good hands with cosplayers.
Dante Crisis over here. He took it upon himself to have his character so, slice Black Frieza. Actually, that is kind of insane because I think Black Frieza is like one of the most powerful beings right now, currently in the manga.
Crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, he's taking priority. He's taking priority. Oh, forgot to give these a like. Give me a second. All right, we
Very
got
cool
damage
stuff.
over here. It's got a bunny that is uh, doing the Hawkeye.
It's a work in progress, but his line work is
It's good line work.
intact.
Right.
solid art line work
It's another one. I wonder what color. It's like a burgundy color he's using.
for the background. I think.
Yeah, or for the
All right, what's next? We got the.
more. He's on a bunny thing. It's like General Bunny.
What's the color of the line work he's using? It's like
It's like
purple
burgundy.
or something.
Yeah.
Burgundy. Oh, right,
All right. Here is Makine's finished Psylocke,
right.
and decided to get a little ridiculous.
Right.
I remember teasing him once. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make this one slim thick," and I was like, "No, you're not. Not this particular, not this particular drawing, but." It's like anyway, when you make it ridiculous, right? Like,
Right.
which by the way is not a diss to him. It's you know,
He's an artist. He can draw
cold
what he
dust.
feel.
It's like this has like a kind of um what am I thinking? Like a wall painting feel. Yeah, it says decide to go a bit more abstract. An experiment. This is from Cold Dust. All right, cool.
It's like good for like prints, like print work.
Right. Damage. He finished the painting his butt off on this one.
It's very painted. It's very cool. What else we got? We got
Got the
Dante Crisis.
more of his character. I forgot he said he commissioned somebody for these. This guy is like very accomplished in the Kiritama style. It's pretty dope. Oh, it's getting colored. Oh, he went full Broly. It's
Dude is like doing turnarounds
pretty dope.
for Dragon Ball inspired artwork right now. It's crazy, bro.
Yep. Oh, this guy.
I heard about this guy. I heard
Mm,
about him.
y'all seen this already, huh?
Squirrel
Squirrel
Girl.
Girl, and this one that is upcoming. This is actually an older piece, an older Johnny Storm. I just decided that since they're bringing him out soon, I don't know when he's dropping, that I might as well make the Marvel Rivals version of his outfit. So yeah, there's that. It's Cold Dust again. It's like very stark, like light in shape.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
I think that's a video from. This is Machini. He, as he explained, is a older Penny Parker. The line work. He's using line weights. It's funny because I'm so far away from line weights that like I feel. Hold on, and Dante
Put it
Crisis.
in space.
Not only did he slice apart Frieza, but he sliced Frieza's ship. Disrespectful. Disrespectful. Down here. Oh, there's more. Let's go in here.
Nice. Oh
Not
wow.
Vegeta. Oh, come on, man. Disrespect Vegeta. Why are we disrespect Vegeta? We
Oh
disrespect,
man. Damn.
disrespecting Broly. He's just disrespecting all the
Yeah.
characters.
He's gonna get hate on the Reddit forums for doing it.
And he took the throne. And
Sure.
Beast Gohan, bro.
Damn. Got my priority.
Yeah, word. His character's too powerful. We need a nerf Dante Crisis. You know what I'm saying?
He drew it like way well. Like that was awesome art.
Oh
We
no.
got Namor and Alpha Proto's
Alpha
here. What's
Pro.
up?
Oh no.
Oh, there you go. Always
Is that Reed in the
trying to get
background?
Reed. Always trying to get Reed's woman.
People on Twitter were comparing Namor to like Shamik. Uh, what's his
Well,
name?
at least Namor was like, I don't know. He actually trying to get. He's like, I guess he has more alpha male.
Oh yeah, because I don't know Shamik, man. I don't know. He gonna have to wait a year before like he come back.
He got roasted, bro. Like, I mean, like, I don't know. Damn.
I saw all them joints that he did with what's her name? Uh,
I think, but he clicked that. I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, I saw the video's very cringe. I ain't even gonna go over it. Said just spent an hour and a half making this macaroni. This is a very like this is all vector.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, this just scares me being vector.
It's like the perfect macaroni.
I'm not
That's awesome.
I'm no good at vector, y'all. Anytime
That's
I see
awesome.
vector, like I'm always highly impressed. This was the flats version. I think he put the regular Maki put the regular version in here too. Because
For sure.
he finished it eventually. This is Macabre
This
Tarek.
is Derek.
Oh, she's punching like some kind of monster. Oh, I'm trying to understand the monster. The monster looks crazy. Whap. Just like oh, what's this? Oh, it's time lapse. Oh wait, hold on. Is this from oh it's more progress. Alpha Proto again. Oh look at
Ah, the pirate character.
and he got a baseball bat. What you know about that? Alpha Proto said is a Rip Reverse character. Yeah, I figured it for a second. That wasn't one of them from Alpha Core. That was cool. Hold on, my bad. Maki more progress. My man was shading the heck out of this box, by the way. Like,
Yeah, that was crazy. Look at
and,
that.
and he got like some kind of grain filter on it. Move for Slappy again. He's doing some prelims here.
Cool. This is cool. All right, let's
Dante
what we got?
Crisis. Oh,
Take
here we
Christ.
go. Here we go again.
Oh my goodness. The
Here we go.
prelim of his
Uh,
disrespect these Dragon Ball.
he ripped off
Beat
his
him up.
arms.
Owing him a beating. Like he drew it mad good too. Look at that. It's crazy.
Ripped off his arms. Oh, Brina. Brina back again. She is doing the Batman version of what would be his Marvel Rivals look.
That's deep.
Yeah. I mean, might as well
Mm.
because you know what I'm saying that squad game they didn't do him any justice.
Yeah, they're gonna have to take a cue from Marvel Rivals, save a lot of money.
Wonder how much that game
They
even
were trying to
cost.
have like 5 seasons with storylines and
Oh, we never
voice
talk. Wait, I'll talk about
voice
that as
voice actors and oh yeah, right. The last scene of
I didn't watch the video by the way.
yeah, I saw some of it.
Oh my
A little.
god,
I think I saw it's on the timeline.
got you. Oh, here's Makani's finished. Penny Parker. I'll find out what grain filter he be using on his joint.
They couldn't afford a cinematic for the last scene of
Yeah, and they just like
in static form with voiceover
oh
with
boy.
Harley Quinn narrating like the
This
fates of all the characters in like static picture form.
Brina has a short hair. Brina, I would play this short, but like if I play it off my iPad, it's going to like blast all our ears out. So I'll instead just put your once
Link in
again
the
for the
chat.
people, yeah, put your link in the chat. Because the way this iPad set up, cold dust again. Strong. Looks like
Cold dust.
owl character, I believe. See, I needed
Yep.
this fire to sit around, because I don't know, my job is freaking 20 degrees, dying to work.
It was like 9 degrees yesterday.
Facts.
Alpha Proto's here.
Yep.
Got a big backlog.
Is it Catwoman?
Yep. Oh, this is cool. Very clean.
Said
I
may
like the
try to do a
vibes.
Marvel Rivals painting or ink it comic style. See, do it.
Do it.
Yes, I'm rivalizing the Trinity. Oh, she's going for Wonder Woman.
Go for
It's funny.
it.
You know what's crazy? Combos couldn't get people drawn, but Marvel Rivals did, bro.
Yeah.
Not that y'all are not drawn. I'm just seeing like I've seen like so much like new art from people. Oh look, Blackbird Artman. She's got the Squirrel Girl. Pow. I'm not sure who she's punching here, but she going in. Oh no. Dante Christ would be making me nervous because he just be like, yo, who are you mutilating this time? Oh, nobody. It's just him with a rather busty saying.
It's his universe, man.
Yeah, and his planet's like cracked in the background too. By the way, even more cooking. This one, Candle Jack. If I'm reading that, 90XX is an old 3D render. I was testing if I could use paid for Blender shaders for combos. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at that.
Peep that.
It's it's kind of interesting because it's like 3D, but then it's like rendered in black and white.
It is interesting. It's like you probably use it. It's like in a
Yeah,
manga or something as an effect.
that's what I'm thinking. It's a good idea. And here comes Brina with the Batman. Look. There you go. Brina, I just want to let you know when you release this video, you gonna get about like 100K views. You gonna like this, just based off of that. Are you gonna put them in the in like the character select background? You know how they have the. But yeah, there you go, y'all. That was the.
That was the live. That was a stream, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Hit the like button
Yep.
so we can get this stream out there. We're trying to save the country or something.
Yeah. Apparently, just. And stay tuned, y'all. We have some videos coming up. Just trying
Yeah,
to
we
get.
have a flurry of videos coming out,
Yeah.
and we'll be back on live as well, so you guys can jump in the chat and have the conversation. Hit the bell.
Yeah, for the
You know when
notifications
we
and all that.
definitely pop in the Discord, drop in your artwork. It's in the description. It's free to join. You know, free.
And yeah, so the moral of the story is I don't know, America, man. I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, like it's like you get to choose your own. Like whatever you wish to be true will happen. Like if you want to give up, let the East entertain the you. Fine. You want to adapt, grow, and change
mhm.
to still have. I mean, look. I mean, there's still going to be comics because you could just deliver it anywhere. You know,
Yeah,
maybe comic shops will change and stuff, and it won't be a comic shop, or maybe they'll. I don't know, but I think like it's if. I mean, if you look at a Barnes and Noble, they have manga.
yeah,
So will comics not be in the Barnes and Noble, or will the Barnes and Noble go away as well for the manga? Like, will there be no more bookstores? That's a big question too.
hmm.
But in Japan, they still seem to have the bookstores. Like, there seems to be a genuine fandom. I can only speak in terms of like a fandom
Right.
or like an audience. Like, there's new anime being pumped out every week. There's new manga being pumped out every week with genuine enthusiasm.
Yeah,
You know, and I think if comics can have that, then there'll be business opportunities will come for that. But no one's really gonna say, "Hey, let's get a new distribution channel. Let's open up 10,000 comic book stores. Let's, adapt this into a movie if the combos look like this and read like this." So we can only speak it from the creative level
yeah.
for now.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe the big two want to still doing some black and white books. That's not a by the way a thing that I would say to like, yo, you definitely have to do that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm
It's
open
an
to any
idea.
suggestions.
Yeah,
Like, hey, the comics are expensive, the inflation's crazy, the color is crazy, and Japan is doing it on black and white on, newsprint or whatever, whatever they're doing,
and it,
and people love it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
even I intend to like experiment with black and white, like
And
some
indie,
small
yeah,
pieces here and there
and
in the
indie
future.
comics in this country were black and white. Like, they
Yeah,
couldn't afford to be color. Like
Ninja
Ninja
Turtles.
Turtles was black and white. Cerebus was black and white. Elf Quest was black and white. You know, Strangers in Paradise was black and white. I mean, yeah. But anyway,
Yeah,
it's been real.
yeah. I gotta
Thank you for
get to
coming by.
bed, y'all. Thank you. Yeah. If you make just give us a like on your way out. Thank you for all the support. as usual.
Pound 1000 says some Barnes and Nobles have closed down. That's true.
Yeah, there's one near me that closed down, and I was not happy about it.
Yeah, but even if they exist or don't exist, even if they exist in a digital space like Amazon ordering and stuff,
Mhm.
America still gotta do better if we want to
Yeah.
make money in America. So, anyway,
All right, y'all. Thanks for stopping by. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.
peace.